Hello my gorgeous light beings, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, The Pleiadian Priestess. As always, I have a juicy reading for you guys, so please stick around for the topic of today's reading. If you're still here, welcome again. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking around. Today's reading is going to be about how are you showing up in the collective right now, essentially. How are people seeing you and what are you attracting in this energy, okay? So we're all in different phases of our life, no matter if, we're the same age or not. We're all attracting different things. We're all in a different energy. So I do want to get into a little bit of what are you attracting with the energy you're currently in, just to make it a little juicy, up the ante, up the stakes a little bit, to add more substance to the reading as well. So we're going to get into it. As you can see, that there are 3 groups in front of you. For group 1, we have the calendula, which is purity. For group 2, we have 2 cards, but the one that came out on top is Ayahuasca, Rebirth. And this has been coming out a lot in my reading. So I feel like maybe some of you will be from the pile where that was mentioned, or piles where those were mentioned in past readings. And then for group 3, we have Lavender, Weaver. Okay, so you're going to choose the card, the energy, the group that calls out to you the most, the number 1 through 3. Always go with your first gut instinct, the card you keep coming back to, that kind of vibe. And of course, as always, I will see you guys at your reading. Bye. Hello my gorgeous group 1s, welcome to your reading. If you just so happen to hear the AC in the background, I'm sorry. It is like summer and it's hot and the AC must be on. So just try to disregard that sound. Hopefully it doesn't come through, because sometimes it comes through and sometimes it doesn't. I really haven't figured out the common denominator of what makes the mic pick up on it sometimes, and other times if you hear interference, I'm sorry. I just want to fix the mic. So for you guys, we're going to be going over how are you showing up in the collective right now, how are people seeing you, okay, the vibe you're giving off essentially, and then what are you attracting with this energy. So we're going to try to get into it. Because unfortunately I don't have all the time in the world today, so I will have to film on 2 different parts, today and then some tomorrow. But that's fine. The person in me loves to film one reading, bang it out, and then be done. I don't really like to leave things up to chance, but anyway. That could be who you are as well. If you want to do something, you want to get it done all in one go. You don't want to have to, put down the work and then come back to it tomorrow. So that could be your kind of vibe, because that's really just, pissing me off a little bit. And it's nothing of my own doing. It's someone else. I have to do something for somebody else. So it's like, ugh. Like y'all messing up my schedule. Excuse me. Anyway, so we have the calendula, purity. How are you showing up in the collective? Honestly, as someone who's very pure, I love how we have like a little child on the card. With a little tushy. Hi, tushy. We have sunflowers, we have happiness, and we have someone walking towards a home that is shining with all this yellow light coming out of it, which is always giving me comfort. It's giving happiness, it's giving sunshine. So it's like you're finally coming home to yourself. You're finally what is it called, becoming more comfortable with who you are is essentially the vibe. You are healing your inner child, most definitely, and people can tell because you may have a more light-hearted air about you, more playful, more sunny. I'm hearing a sunny disposition. So when people see you, they can feel the good vibes coming off of you. They can feel that you're actually a good person. They can feel that you've done a lot of healing, essentially, inner child or not. But here we have, I want to see what, sorry, I want to just pull it closer. We have this bird in the tree. I'm not 100% sure what bird that is, but there's something here about maybe you singing, you humming. Like I said, you're just coming off happier. It's like giving healed, like I said, inner child healing. You're not allowing the burdens of the past to hold you down anymore. And the primary planet of this card is the sun, which is ultimate happiness, victory, all the good, gushy, warm feelings. It's you being naked, you being yourself, and not really caring what other people think. So that is absolutely the vibe that is coming through for you guys already. You're coming home to yourself. You're being more who you are. People are seeing your inner light shine through, essentially, They're like, that person is on their way to greatness. They're on their way to success. They're on their way to finding what makes them happy, essentially, because home is different for everyone. It's a person for some, it's a place for other people, it's a feeling, a job, that kind of vibe. So whatever that is for you, you're finding that. You're on your way. You are very close to reaching your goals, what I just heard. So whatever you're doing, you're either there already and people are seeing you walk back home after a long journey, inner child intact, happiness intact, or they're seeing you very close to reaching your goals, you know. This could also be someone buying a new house. You could be looking like someone who's feeling like more settled, like I said, more at home in themselves. I don't want to go too much into just this one card because that tends to have the reading going really long, and like I said, I don't really have much time today. I'm not going to rush, but I'm also not going to dilly-dally. And I'm pretty sure you can hear the AC now. If you want to start making that annoying noise, I definitely hear it in the background. So what energy are my group ones currently in? You see how that fell? How cute. I'm hearing that everything is going really well for you as well. Like if things could go bad, they're not going bad kind of vibe. Because usually the cards like try to fly their own little way, or sometimes they try to fly into the fire or something along those lines. But it's like it ended, it stopped like right where it was supposed to be. So it's kind of like people feel like you're right where you're supposed to be. You're, like I said, you're coming into your own essentially, which I love for you guys. So we have the moon. Look, we have the sun and the moon. Oh gosh. So this comes out a lot as well. You're balancing your feminine and masculine energy. And I love how we have a little tushy sticking out here. And then we have a little tushy sticking out there. So there could be something here about you, you know, in the gym. I'm here up in the gym, working on my fitness. He's my witness. Hoo-wee. I put them boys on rah-rah, and he'll be riding down the block just to watch what I got for delicious. You're looking delicious as well. But yeah, there could be like emphasis on the way your booty's looking. You in the gym, you know, doing squats, doing, you know, booty exercises. And people are noticing that, or you're just in the gym period and you're looking a little better, you're feeling more confident. Because what I have found is that even if you're like not losing weight as you're going to the gym, you showing up for yourself in that way is building that confidence. And the sun does represent confidence, you know, so you're also coming through as someone who's very confident. You know, you're in your element essentially, which could be someone who's very warm, someone who's very friendly, someone who's very playful. And those are the vibes you're finally reconciling with. Because some people think, oh, when you're an adult, you have to be serious, you can't be funny anymore, you can't be playful, you can't be a little immature when the time comes. But that inner child is never supposed to fully go away. It's always supposed to be there. Becoming an adult doesn't mean you can't laugh, doesn't mean you can't play, doesn't mean you can't joke around and not take everything seriously. That part of life is very important to keep, because then life becomes boring, monotonous. And especially if that is an inherent part of you, you're like, you know, literally bearing a part of yourself, and it's not going to, you know, lead to good things essentially, you know. So at the bottom of the deck we have the coffee, which I feel compelled to take, so I'm going to take it. We have the coffee. You have a lot of energy as well, because coffee does add energy whether you drink coffee or not. That is what coffee is for. It's to, you know, give you energy to keep you awake. So you seem like very woke. You're very awake. You know, you're very conscious of a lot of things. You could be someone who is bringing clarity to other people. You're helping other people. But I do feel like you're healing with your light, whether it's that dark, mysterious Lilith moon energy, or whether it's the sun, bright, playful, intense sun energy. Either way, both of these have intensity. The sun and the moon are intense in their own separate ways, you know. Sometimes you may be in your more divine feminine energy here with the moon, you know. It's like giving very dreamy, people get lost in you, intoxicated kind of vibes. And then we have the sun, where it's kind of like it's like giving fierce, not backing down. You're burning everything in your path, and you're providing this intense light and warmth for everyone, as the sun does. You know, the sun can sometimes be a little too hot as well. So maybe you're looking a little too hot, a little too spicy, a little too fiery. Like I said, we do have a child here, so I'm not going to talk about a child's booty, but it came through again. So we're going to talk about her and fixate on her. They could be here about your hair shining. There's a glow, you know, a luster to your hair. You're, like I said, your booty looking good, you know what I mean, that kind of vibe. You're hypnotizing with your looks is the vibe that I'm getting, because I can never see the moon in the sky and not stop and like stare at her for, like, and get lost in her for a little bit. You know, the sun, you can't look directly at the sun, so you could be like very successful, and sometimes, you know, you're too hot, like I said, or you're on you're blazing a trail, or I'm hearing Too Hot to Handle, that show on Netflix. So you could be a little too hot to handle sometimes, and people are just like, whoo, they don't want to get burned. But then there's also like a very inherent soothing side to you. So it's kind of like people see both sides of you now. They see the very masculine, like I said, going after what you want. You're not letting anyone hold you back. And they also see the very feminine side, which is, you know, very nurturing. You're looking very good. You're looking very womanly for those of you who are women, and for those of you who are men, you're looking very manly. You know, you're in the gym working on your back. I'm hearing deltoids, you know what I mean? You're working on your thighs. Gaining strength is something as well, because the sun is both associated with the strength card in the tarot and just the sun, you know. So Leo energy, like I said, you're feeling very confident about yourself and where you're going. You know, you have that that ease where other people have like discomfort or they're unsure about where they're going. You are very like on your path. Okay, so that's how you're showing up. I'm going to get some cards from this deck as well. But yeah, with the coffee, you're very awake, you're very aware. And I love how I was talking about the moon. I was gonna say Cancer energy, looking very motherly, loving, you know what I mean, kind of energy. And it's also funny because just the other day I was thinking to myself, I was like, why do I keep attracting a lot of Cancerian people, you know? I just recently noticed how many Cancers, sun, moon, rising, that I have in my life, that have made a big impact on my life. And I'm like, why? I do have Cancer in my 4th house. There could be something here about you. Like I said, you're coming home to yourself. And I did like have like a revelation. I don't know if it's astrologically correct, but I feel like you feel like the sign that's in your 4th house, which is the house of home, comfort, that kind of thing. The past, family, I believe, is also where you're gonna feel the sign you're gonna feel the most comfortable with, the most safe with, whether it's sun, moon, or rising, or they just have prominent Cancer placements. So like myself, I have Cancer in my 4th house, ruling my 4th house. So I attract a lot of Cancerian people, and I feel very at home, very safe, very, you know, cool, calm, and collected with them, you know. And that could be like also you attracting a lot of your soul family as well, because of course your soul family, 4th house family, home, safety, that kind of thing is gonna be, like I said, the people you feel safe with, the people that you're attracting in a soul family of sorts. And I do feel like you're also seen as someone who is finding the people that they shine the brightest with. You're finding the people that help you shine brighter, essentially, and you're helping them shine brighter as well. It's giving like a yin and yang, give and take with the sun and the moon coming out here, okay? You could also be someone who, like I said, is looking very attractive, and you're calling in your soulmate as well, because that just came through as well, because there's a card specifically in the African goddess deck where it's the sun and the moon together, but they represent husband and wife, you know. So it's like you could be calling in your soulmate. You're someone who's no nonsense. You're getting down to business. You want to settle down, and you're no longer playing games with these people out here. So you're coming through with someone who's very maybe hot and cold to some people, maybe hot to some people, cold to some people, you know, take it as it resonates for you. But with the Cancer, the doula energy coming through here, there's something very nurturing, very sweet, very soothing is what I'm hearing about you lately. So you're very much in your feelings, that moon confirming energy coming through, sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, that past, exactly. Protective, intuitive, birthing. You're birthing something new. You're the mother, you know. It's giving Empress energy a little bit. You're there sitting and stewing for 9 months, getting ready to give birth, and now you're finally going to be able to give birth, which means you have to come back home, you know. And a lot of times you have a child coming back home. Some of you could be pregnant and bring a child back home, is what's coming through as well, you know. Or you could be studying to become a doula to help deliver babies, okay? And you would be coming to people's house to deliver the babies, you know? That's coming through as well. But we have tender, nocturnal, so night owl, that could be you as well. That's what the moon is trying to represent. You up all night and having to drink coffee in the morning because you don't have any energy, okay? So we have caring, moody. You could be coming to, like I said, hot and cold, moody. Receptive, lunar, sentimental. You could be a little sentimental. Your friends are realizing you're more soft, you're more open, you're more caring, you're asking them how they're doing, you're being more emotionally vulnerable with them as well. That's coming through. Then we also have introverted, defensive, and family oriented. So with that 4th house coming through in that example that I was giving, like I said, you're calling in your soul family, or you are now building your own family, which is why that is coming through heavily. Calling in soul family, making people feel at home, or literally about to give birth to a child, and, you know, making sure your home is ready, so you're nesting essentially. And I love how I have the bird here. I'm like, I don't know why I feel called the bird, but it's just there. Nesting, birds nest. And it's a term that humans have, adapted to, meaning when your baby's coming, you're buying things, you're making sure you're hopping from here to here, being a mother hen, making sure everything is perfect for that child. Now, this is not a physical child. You're not giving birth if you're a man, or a woman doesn't want kids, or kids are just not in your future right now, or not on the cards right now. It's giving you're birthing a new project, and you're almost fully stabilized in that project. You're almost, at the end of it, which is why I said your journey is coming to an end. You're reaching your home. It's a new home. You're buying a new home. You're setting up a new home. That just keeps coming through. Home, Cancer, moon energy. Okay, I do want one more card. What energy, what vibe are my group ones in, please, spirit? You could also be looking very delectable. Like I said, if people want to impregnate you, that is just if you are able to become impregnated, if you're able to have kids. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of people are talking behind your back. It could be in a bad way, or it could be in a good way, because I love how the child's back, we're seeing their back, and then we're seeing the lady's back here. So it's giving people are talking behind your back of the good things you're doing. They're gushing about you, or they're just looking at you from behind and saying, that person looks good, and you wouldn't know because your back is turned to them, So they're looking at your back to the booty, That's something that's coming through heavy. So your butt is looking extra good. I don't know if you've been doing something. If you haven't been doing anything, I'm just telling you what the cards are saying. And Cancer is also very chesty. So you could be very chesty and very curvy in that kind of way, where you have a lot of chest and a lot of butt. So that's what people are noticing about you as well. You're either accentuating that part of you more. You're wearing more push-up bras, maybe. You're wearing pants that accentuate your figure. And people are like, what? Like I said, you're becoming more confident, so you're probably wearing things that suit you more. You're wearing clothes that fit better, that are more tightly, that tuck you in kind of vibe, Basically a crop top versus a baggy shirt or a sweatshirt. People are seeing your figure more, and they're loving it, okay? I'm also, the way this lady is holding a kernel in her hand, it's giving a coffee ground, but it's giving kernels of wisdom. So you're also coming through with someone who's very wise, who's dropping gems onto people is what I'm hearing as well. So here we have sextile opportunity. You are someone who's seemingly very successful in what you're doing right now. You're artistic as well, since we have the palette here. We have crystals, and I love how I'm saying your path is very crystal clear. I do feel like you are someone who has finally found your purpose. You finally found your path. You found what you've come here to do, and you're feeling more confident in that than ever, So for example, if you're an artist, you're becoming more confident that that is what you came here on earth to do. If you're someone who was meant to be a mother, you are more confident than ever that that is what you came here to do. This is also, I just heard, adopting. So maybe some of you could be considering adopting someone, and that's what you're coming through as well, as someone who's welcoming their home for this child that is coming through, and the child is almost there. The child is on their way to your house. So you're making sure that everything will be happy and healthy, nesting essentially when that child comes. So you're nesting for yourself, a child, or someone adopting, that kind of vibe. Or you're getting your business ready, getting everything ready for an important person to come in, check things over, and that's literally what you have to do in the adoption process. You have to make sure your house is perfect. The people at the adoption agency send someone to, assess your house to make sure it's good enough for the child to come there and be safe and have a happy life. And so you're getting ready for an assessment. It could be from spirit or someone actually in the physical world, the 3D, the physical plane. So spirit is like, hey, we're coming and testing you right now to make sure you're actually ready for what you're asking for. And once you get over this hump, you're so close to this warmth, this house, this feeling of coming home to yourself and what you've been searching for this whole time. But it's also, like I said, someone could be testing you to make sure your house is, up to standards. You could be someone who builds houses for a living, and people have to make sure to, what do they call the person? It came and left. How rude. It's not investor. Maybe you're coming, you're going to an investor as well to invest in your business, or an investor is coming to you. So that's what this is meaning. Like your house is like shining. This beacon of light is coming from within you, coming from your house, coming from your body, and people are just attracted to you, So kids could be extra friendly with you lately, babies smiling at you more, birds, animals, you're seeing more kinds of birds, in movies. It's funny that I was watching a movie yesterday with my friend, and it was like Planet of the Apes or the Kingdom of the Apes or whatever, and there was a lot of bird symbolism in that movie, where it took the main monkey Noah the whole movie most of the movie for the bird, his father's bird that used to not like him and fight him, to respect him and welcome him in and come and perch on his arm. And that is literally how a card, the card placed on the, y'all know what happened, y'all saw it. It was one of these cards that perfectly fell on my arm. And that's literally what happened in the movie I was watching, where the bird came and perched on Noah's arm. Once I guess he earned the bird's respect. So maybe you're earning a lot of respect as well. But yeah, bird symbolism, freedom. You're closer to freedom than you ever were. For others of you, you could be someone who's been away from home a lot, and you're finally coming home, So if you were deployed or traveling, you're finally coming home, okay? With a fresh new perspective on things, But I don't know, I kind of got lost. What was I saying and how did I get here? That could be how what you're thinking as well. Like, what's happening? My life is changing so drastically. I never thought I would get here, but you are, and you're reaping the benefits now. And you're, proud of yourself, of course. But then you're also like attracting people who want more of your business, who want to be around you even more, in a way they didn't before. And that's because you're coming into your own. Okay, so congratulations. But there was something I was saying. Yeah, bird imageries could be important. Kids are attracted to you more. Babies are smiling at you. You're getting along better with people. You're just in that energy of people just they're gravitating towards you. So with sextile, we have collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunity, synergizes, creates possibilities for open doors. Look how the door is open, waiting for them to come in. The door is cracked. So maybe someone you haven't seen in a minute could be coming back into your life as well. That is coming through as well, because the door's open. It's giving Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars. He's like, what you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that, I'm sipping wine, sip, in a robe, drip. I look too good to be alone. You are looking too good these days to be alone. People are like, you're still single? You haven't been snatched up yet? You look too good to be single, man. You know what I mean? You look too good to be alone. I look too good to be alone. So let's, be cute and together. They're leaving the door open for you, which is basically what he's saying in the not the movie, which is basically what he's saying in the song. He's like, I look too good to be alone. Come over. I have the wine open. I'm making the food for you. I'm, warming up the jacuzzi, all that kind of stuff, getting everything ready for you to just come and have a good time. So somebody could be inviting you over to their house for a nice, I'm hearing a nightcap. I'm hearing the night shift as well. So maybe you're going to start working a job that is the night shift. But yeah, because opportunities are coming your way. You're either, like I said, attracting an investor, you're attracting a benefactor, you're attracting the word is still not coming through and it's pissing me off. It's not coming through, but y'all know what I mean. Those people that come and assess your house, okay? Those people. It's something, but you're attracting that person to come to your house to maybe give you the okay to move along and do things. And I do feel like I just keep hearing that it's spirit. You're waiting for spirit to give your idea the okay, give your home the okay, you know what I mean? Give your business the okay kind of vibe. And this is them giving you the okay. The opportunity will be coming in for more artistic endeavors for you to look at how we have the window open and this beautiful scene outside is coming through. And this symbol always gives me star. Like, I feel like one more line through it and it would be a star. So it's like your energy is, like I said, very potent right now. People are just, called to you, So whatever if you want to do something that involves you being in the spotlight, getting business, getting customers, I feel like now is the time for you to attract those people towards you, customers, clients, views, members, memberships, that kind of vibe. Now is the perfect time for you to, take advantage of this light and this mystery that you're providing, that people want to know more, see more. You're coming off as someone people see very clearly, but it's also something they can't see about you. They want to know more. It's an intrigue, that this person seems like an open book, but there's just something. You must have a placement that just gives off that air of mystery. You could be, have Scorpio placements. You have a lot of Plutonian placements, Neptunian placements, that kind of vibe, because there's something very like mysterious coming off of you in waves, essentially. And I do feel like you're going to be getting the opportunity, like I said, either have kids, be around more kids, attract a lot of more attention. People want you to take care of them, you know? So I'm getting the vibe of, like, if you are a reader, a tarot reader, for example, people are going to be trusting you, feeling safe enough to want to get readings from you. So you're going to be getting more clientele in that kind of way. If you're an artist, people are finally going to be feeling more called to your art, and they're going to buy it, you know? So, but now's the time to put yourself out there is what I'm hearing for you guys. So now I'm going to I pulled all the tarot, I pulled all the oracle cards. I'm going to get into the tarot to see what else is coming through for you guys. How are people seeing you right now? What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. Shut your trap. Yes, people want to spend time with you, be in your energy, but you're telling them, oh, I'm busy, I already have plans, da 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 da. And it's just like, you know, that's not what they want to hear. They want, so a lot of people do want to spend time and be in your energy right now. That's how you're coming through. As for your attractor, you're a magnet for attention, is what I just heard. So how are people viewing my group ones, please, Spirit? How are they viewing my group ones? And then after this, we're going to get into what are you attracting. How are people viewing my group ones? But yeah, you're coming through as a star. So the star also represents healing, renewal, coming out of a harsh place, which is the Tower card. So you could have recently gone through a Tower moment, and now things are finally, you know, going to be smooth sailing for you guys. So that is a confirmation you needed, that things are going to be turning out more in your favor, going to be feeling more safe and secure, you know. That is confirmation. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, not being so on the defense is what I'm hearing. We have the Fool in reverse as well. So I'm hearing it's a new start, but not a new start. It's not something you haven't done before, and that's not a new start in that way. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. That overthinking energy is definitely coming through for you guys. You tend to overthink things a lot, and I do feel like in the energy you're in right now, you're, like I said, more sure of things. You're not a newbie. You're not a novice. You're someone who's an expert. Now you've reached expert level at something, and it's kind of like imposter syndrome is going out the window, because it's giving me the vibe of, so basically someone who's scared they can't sing because they were told by maybe family members or hating friends or whatever that stop singing, shut up, you're never going to become famous on singing, like just hush, like, you know, you don't have what it takes, that kind of vibe, being torn down by people around you, and you kind of like branch out and remove yourself from people in your immediate circle and start singing at venues or singing just in general while you're walking down the street, while you're in the bathroom, whatever. And then someone just says, oh my gosh, you sound amazing, you have a great voice. You're like, really? And they're like, yeah, do you not know that? And you're like, no, I've been around people my whole life telling me I can't sing for nothing. But, you know, the person that you meet or the people you are attracting or the people you just so happen to be around when you do happen to sing or let your voice, that doesn't have to be saying, it can be just your voice speaking, being confident in the message you have to give people, you know? And it's like you just so happen to come or interact with people who see your vision or agree with you or see your value. And it's like now you go from being underappreciated to just appreciated for your gifts. And everywhere you turn now, the more you see, when you get one compliment, you become more confident, you know? So people are just, you know, throwing compliments your way, and it's like boosting your imposter syndrome, is boosting your insecurities, which is why we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're no longer believing you can't do this. You don't have the talent to do that kind of thing. So you're going to be interacting with a lot of people who is giving you confidence, you know, who, like I said, is making you feel safe to be yourself, maybe safe to be your inner child, and or safe for you to heal your inner child, because your inner child is usually people telling you, shut up, you can't sing, and then you're around people like, oh my god, you sound amazing, you know what I mean? You're like, oh really? Like I've never been told that, you know? Or so they're validating you essentially. And the more you get validated, the more you get out of this imposter syndrome. And with, like I said, with the Fool coming out, it's not something you're new at. It's just you're getting a new take on an old idea is what I'm getting. Because the Fool card coming out upright is like something new, completely something you haven't done, something you haven't experienced yet. It's coming out, so it's a new look, a new outlook, but with it coming out in reverse is giving me the energy of something you have already done, or something you have something you have experience in, essentially. But now you're coming out of that whole, maybe I don't deserve this, maybe I can't do this, maybe I don't have what it takes, instead of, you know, saying I can't do it, you know what I mean? I have what it takes now. These walls that you have been keeping up you know, to keep yourself away from others or to keep others away from you, you know, to be on offense instead of being on defense, to kind of expect the worst and not put yourself out there to avoid being hurt. It's being turned on its head for a lot of you. And now you're getting your accolades. Look at how we have this, let me show you. We have this card here, and we have the Ace of Wands, we can say, in the middle, and then we have all these torturous people who are, you know, making you feel unsafe. You'll go with that word. They're making you feel just like triggered, essentially, and you're like, and they're fire to your flower. Like, fire is destructive to flowers. You need other people who will be offering you flowers and not fire trying to burn you down, you know, trying to tear you down instead of they're trying to build you up. So I do think you have experience with people trying to tear you down or telling you, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it's supposed to be people who are supposed to build you up, which is why we have this inner child coming through very heavily here. People who are supposed to be building you up are the ones tearing you down, which led you to not believing in yourself, having confidence issues, having imposter syndrome. You love to sing, dance, read, write, that kind of thing, you know, draw, paint. And people are saying, you don't have any talent, you're not going to become anything. The people who you were supposed to feel safe with, and you just went through life thinking, oh dang, I don't have what it takes. And so someone or a few people started telling you, oh my god, you're amazing at that. And you're just like, really? Once you start receiving that positive, you know, affirmations, those positive reinforcements, then you start slowly but surely stepping into your power and realizing that, hey, I was just hanging around people who were made of fire, and I'm a flower. I need to find more flower people instead of fire people, you know? That's like the weirdest example, but that's the best I can do right now for you guys. But like I said, yeah, you're taking a crack at something that was, it's not new to you, but you're getting a different take on it, you know? It's something you've been doing. It's like getting a new wind. So you've been doing art for years, your whole life, but now you're getting a new perspective on it and getting that inspiration. You're getting that confidence to now believe in yourself and take off the blindfold that's keeping you trapped. Look at how they're cutting the ribbon that's been keeping them trapped. The ribbon has been tying all these scissors together, and this person's finally getting the scissors to cut everyone and free themselves, essentially. I'm hearing the song from Fantasia, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. You know, so you're freeing yourself from a partner, you're freeing yourself from a mindset, from a mentality, you know, from a belief, a self-limiting belief. And that's how you're coming through in the collective right now. And that's how people are viewing you. As someone who used to be scared of their own shadow, now you're kind of embracing the unknown. You know, and I'm hearing that they're proud of you. People are like, the last time I saw her, she was more shy, she was more meek. The last time I saw him, he was like, you know, very, you know, closed off and in his shell. Now you're someone who's not in their shell anymore. And here we have the Magician, yeah, beautiful. And then here we have the Six of Cups in reverse. So I do feel like nostalgia coming through again with the Six of Cups in reverse. But like I said, you're not letting your past dictate your future, this present moment. You could also be someone who is very much in the present. You're not thinking of the past or the future. You're enjoying the present moment right now, you know? You're not thinking of, oh, well, this is what, you know, that energy of, you see on social media where it's like you thinking of the time where you fell in front of everyone and the embarrassment you felt. You're done, you know, giving those things power. You're done, not harping, but you're done holding on to those things because those things are holding you back. So you're like, you know what? I don't care if I tripped in 2010 and everybody laughed at me. Just those thoughts are going to be gone, you know? Or it's also giving, like, you know, trauma responses is also giving me, you're healing those as well. And then you're also, I keep getting lost. Jeez, like, what was I trying to say? Yeah, you're letting go of those things that were telling you couldn't do it before, you know? It's like when you have a flashback of your parents telling you you're never going to amount to anything. It's like you're done with that. You're done with sticking in the past and believing what they told you. It's no more, you know? You're, like I said, you're coming into your own and finally realizing your purpose on this earth, you know? So yeah, the past, you're letting go of the past and moving on. But with the Magician, people see you as someone who's very magical, someone who's getting everything that they want, and it's things you've worked hard for. It is things you have manifested. You are coming through as a master manifester right now. Group 1, you're coming through as a master manifester. And it's like, I feel like it takes true power to make something that wasn't working before work for you again. So instead of giving up and moving on to something new, you're finding a way to make this old dream work for you, which is why it's like you're gonna be getting an opportunity to do something that you weren't able to do before. You're gonna have the opportunity to do something you weren't able to do before. Or like I said, it's like giving a rebranding as well. So it's like you maybe starting something new, starting a new business, starting a new channel. It's gonna, you know, be coming through for you. Because instead of giving up and believing what your no negative self-thoughts were telling you, your self-limiting beliefs were telling you, you said, hey, I'm gonna make this work for me. Period. So people are seeing you as someone who's manifesting their dreams, their desires. You're in the lab putting all these different concoctions together, you know, to make your dream a reality, essentially. Because dreams do take a lot of hard work, but it also takes believing in yourself, believing that what you do have something to offer that someone else doesn't. You know, it's giving me, you're going to stop comparing yourself to other people as well. So I'm also hearing you're going to be in your own little bubble, is what I'm hearing. A mother of pearl. There's something you're tapping into, those things that make you unique. Instead of trying to, like I said, conform to what everyone else is doing or how they're acting. It's like also giving me an artist who's like, okay, I like to draw using this and that, using pencils and using charcoal and stuff like that. And you're seeing that the art world is going through a phase of everybody wanting to buy paintings or drawings or things that don't include the tools you're using. And instead of you trying to conform and saying, okay, so that's what's working for them, let me go and start using paint and, you know, pencils and stuff like that. Instead of you doing that, you're going to stick to what you're doing. You're going to have confidence that people are going to eventually come around to your way and what they want. Because there's people out there who want what you have. But if you're conforming to what other people are doing, they're not going to find you. It's kind of giving me being your true self will attract the truest, most comfortable, happy relationships, friendships, career opportunities, because you're attracting the people who are, you know, soul family, essentially, people who are just like you. And if you're pretending or putting on and pretending to be somebody else, you can attract those people to you. You can't do that. It's not going to work. You know, your vibe attracts your tribe. If you're coming off as someone who is stuck up, who's closed off, that's not who you really are, you're going to attract people who want someone like that or is like that themselves. So if you find you don't have friends that resonate with you, you're not having partnerships that resonate with you, it's because you're not even resonating with you right now. You're too busy trying to be the next person. You're not trying to be you. So you're finally going to be saying, hey, I'm going to stick to pencils and you know, charcoal, and I'm going to do my art the way I want to do it. And I know by doing that and being myself, being authentic and living my truth, I'm going to attract the people who want that kind of art. Because if you don't want to use paint and you kind of make yourself use paint, you're not going to be happy. Your work is not going to speak to people the way you want it to. That's not, you're not, you know, using your the medium that you're meant to. The same way if we have a author who wants to be a romance author, but they see that romance isn't doing very good in the book market lately, so they're conforming, and now they're going to start writing thrillers, even though thrillers don't make them happy, but they know that's what's selling right now. It's like if you're not doing what makes you happy, people can tell when you're not being your authentic self. People can tell when you're faking, when you're lying to them. We don't know how, but I feel like it's just human nature to know when people are not living in their authenticity. And I do feel like by you writing thrillers, when you want to write romance, people are going to be able to tell. So maybe things weren't, you know, going right for you, you know. Or there's also a creator on Instagram. Her name is The Cosmic Laundry. She is definitely someone who is telling you to brand with your midheaven. And it's uncomfortable, and it may not seem like you're what you want to do, but that's because that's your reputation. That's how people see you. That's what they want to see from you. That's what they think of when they think of you. So look into your midheaven, and that's who you're embodying now, or that's who you always were, but you were trying to be something else. Because the midheaven isn't always comfortable, you know, but that is how you will thrive the best, essentially. So if you have a business, brand with your midheaven. and not anything else. Of course, you can brand with a mixture of things, but your midheaven is what's going to bring people in, because that's the legacy you're going to leave on the earth. That is 10th house energy, your reputation, career, you know? So like if you want to build a business, brand with that midheaven. And once you start doing that, you're going to see people are going to feel like you're being more authentic to who you are, which then will attract the people who you're meant to attract your soul family, the people who are going to support you, the people who are going to be like, oh my gosh, I love your art, I love your voice, I love your writing, you know, that kind of thing. And that's who you're embodying right now. You're going through a very massive change, and people are seeing the magic in you now, you know, because you're finally being yourself. Okay, so that was a doozy. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards now for what are you attracting in this energy or with this energy. Okay, so what is group 1 attracting with the energy they're in right now, please? What are they attracting in this energy, please? Okay, we have the Lovers. Making better decisions that are better suited for you is what I'm hearing immediately. You could also be attracting love, which is kind of what I was getting in the beginning, where you're looking good, feeling good, your hair is shining, you know, your body looking good, you wearing clothes that fit you better. It's kind of giving me someone who is finding their style as well. They're you know, looking more into fashion and finding the clothes that accentuate certain parts of their body and work for them. Because of course we're all human beings, yes, but we don't all have the same body type. It's like giving me someone who's dressing more for their body type. They're embodying their midheaven, you know what I mean? They're being authentic, and people are kind of like seeing them now, and that means attracting soul family, which is also the 6 of Cups, which was at the bottom of the deck. And look, we have the Star, and I was mentioning the Star as well with this sextile. Yeah, it's giving me someone who's dressing better for their body type, who's wearing the colors that suit them. It's also giving me color theory. You're finding your season, dressing to things that make you stand out more. You're just standing out right now, the energy you're in. And it's attracting love, it's attracting important decisions. It's attracting a lover. The card's just flying out. Page of Swords is attracting your curiosity. And I'm hearing it's attracting people being more curious about you. You know, you're attracting the curiosity of people around you, which should be good for business. And look, you have the Sun actually coming out. You're attracting happiness. You're attracting, it's giving soul family. It's giving sunny days, brighter days. I know there will be brighter days coming through. Brighter days or better days. It's a One Republic coming through. Can I get one more card? What will my group 1s be attracting? We have the King of Pentacles. You're going to be attracting a King of, okay, interesting. So it's either a King of Pentacles is leaving your life and you're attracting, I'm sitting here acting like I don't have space for all the cards. I don't know why I do that. There is space for everyone. Yeah, you're finding that you're realizing there's space for everyone. That's definitely an energy that a lot of people have to try to understand, essentially, because I do feel like in a very congested, I feel like there's so many people in the world, so every field is going to be congested. It's just you finding, like I said, the thing that works for you, the thing that makes you stand out, not conforming to everybody else. Because in the whole music business, there's so many artists. Like, why would I be different? What would make me stand out? So you could be trying to, instead of, you know, showcasing your individuality, you're trying to be like the next big thing, or the person that's most popular right now. And it's like, we don't need that person. We already have one of them. We need someone like you. So now maybe try to be more so like yourself instead of that person, and you'll find more success. In the tarot reading, people are like, oh my gosh, I can't start a tarot channel because there's hundreds and thousands of YouTube readers. And it's like, well, there's no you. So start that channel and be you, and you'll attract people that want to watch you, you know? Being authentic in yourself is going to attract people who can feel your authenticity and they want to know more. They're curious, you know? They want to support you vibe, you know? A lot of opportunities are coming your way, but yeah, now I can fix these cards. Page of Swords, you're attracting the curiosity of the public is what I'm hearing. And it is partially by you like minding your business and not really caring what people have to think about you as well. But the King of Pentacles, you could be, you know, releasing a King of Pentacles. You could be releasing a preoccupation with money and stability or becoming rich, you know. Maybe you're trying to do what everyone else is doing because you want to, like, it's giving get rich quick schemes. Maybe you're kind of putting that away, you know, getting rid of that and kind of using your smarts. or using your uniqueness. I do feel like the King of Swords is Aquarius energy. So it's like, you know, kind of embodying what makes you unique, using your voice, using your reason, your smarts, your intellect, instead of these get-rich-quick schemes, you know? Is also what I'm hearing as well. That's what you're attracting. You're attracting more, I'm hearing competence, more discernment, good judgment, you know? More reason, more clarity to, you know, to know the way forward. To become a teacher, a mentor, because this is like someone who's teaching people and she has a megaphone because she has something important to say. So you're attracting people who want to hear what you have to say, because you're embodying this teacher energy instead of someone who's just in it for the money. You're coming through as someone who's more authentic right now. That's the vibe that I'm getting for you guys. You're attracting people who want to support you. So you're attracting love, you're attracting stability, you're attracting curiosity, you're attracting Page of Swords because you're a King of Swords and they can learn from you is also what I'm getting as well. So you're attracting people who want to learn from you. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but yeah, people who are actually interested in what you have to say and what you bring to the table. They're interested in your own brand of magic, your own brand of, it could be that you guys are, like I said, a rebrand keeps coming through, but like your own brand. I'm hearing the scene from Twilight where Twilight is like, Edward is like, you're like my own personal brand of heroine, because there was just something about Bella that made her blood more sweet than any other human and made Edward have to have that, see, and it's giving that sex appeal that's coming through for you again, where there was Edward was so attracted to Bella because of course the smell of her blood, and then also because he couldn't read her mind, and it's just something about her just kept calling to him, even though Bella's blood was calling to everybody, because it was like there's something, like I said, unique about it. It was calling to Edward the most, and he had to, you know, showcase the most restraint in order not to just, you know, drink her blood kind of vibe, because he just wanted to be around her. He wanted to know her, and in doing that he fell in love with her, and they built a bond, and, you know, built a life and built a family. So there's something that is just like very magnetic about you right now that people can't get enough of. And like I said, you have to use that to your advantage, because these opportunities and this doula is coming through, and I really hope that you can actually see it. I'm scared you can't. So you know what, I'm going to move it back here. But yeah, there's something here about that, where your people's own personal brand of heroine. They're like, oh my gosh, I've never seen someone do it like this. I've never seen someone act like this. I've never seen someone, you know, do things the way you're doing things. And it's attracting people who want to be more like you, or who want to be a part of your soul family. So it's like it's giving you the father and you're attracting the kids, you know? And that keeps coming through as well. So it is definitely giving you're attracting a family, you're attracting love, you know? And it's also equilibrium with your spiritual self. You're, like I said, you're becoming one with who you're always meant to be. That star energy that resides within you that makes you unique, being your true, honest, you know, unapologetic self is what I'm getting. Because look at her, we have her, the lover is usually two people who are a man and a woman finding each other. This is giving a lady who's already finding herself. She's, you know, balancing out her physical and, you know, spiritual self. So, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry if that, I know it did. I don't know why I always hit the mic, it's annoying. But yeah, and look at how we have, you know, fruits. We have the apples that's growing from the branches, you know, and we have a knot here. So you're forming a bond. So I get you're also forming a deeper bond with yourself, like I said, which is why you're healing, you're shining bright, your inner light is shining. You look like someone who is, your skin is shining, your teeth is shining, your hair is looking shiny, your body's looking good. And it's because it's like also your body. You could be in the gym, like I said, but it's also just your energy that's just like emanating all this bright, happy warmth that make people want to know more of you. And it's because you're becoming one and healing that spiritual side to you. So the more you heal, the more powerful your spiritual being becomes, the more, you know, vibrant and happy your soul becomes. And I feel like once you have a beautiful soul, there's nothing you can't do. There's nobody you can't get with. There's nothing you can't attract. You know what I mean? And that's literally the energy you're kind of embodying, whether you realize it or not. Okay? So I think that's all that I have for you guys, though. So you're attracting love, you're attracting followers, people who want to be more like you. I'm hearing, ooh, I want to be like you. Ooh, I want to walk like you, talk like you, too. Ooh. That's giving the Jungle Book, where the the freaking, I'm the king of the something, and he wants to be more like Mowgli. So it's an animal or an ape, orangutan, I think it is. That big king orangutan is like brings Mowgli to his lair, essentially saying, I want you to tell me the secret of man's red fire, red flower, whatever they called it. And Mowgli's like, I grew up in the forest with y'all, child. What do you expect me to know that you don't know? You know what I mean? It's like people coming to you expecting you to give them something that they had to find themselves. But I do feel like by meeting you and you telling them that, you're helping them become better off, essentially, you know? Whether you have all the answers or not, you are coming off as someone who does. Which is, like I said, gaining followers or people who want to learn more from you. And you're just like, I don't have it all figured out either, but you are way ahead of them because you're coming through as the King of Swords and people are coming through as the Page of Swords. So you're attracting a lot of youthful, unsure energy, but people who are curious and want to learn more about you, you know? Because they see that equilibrium in you. They feel that someone who is perfectly balanced, their spiritual self and their physical self, you know? Someone who's put in the work to heal. Their soul is shining through, you know? We love that. I love that. Yeah, sun keeps coming through for you guys, for real. You're opening up the windows, clearing out all the stagnant air, and letting new things in, letting down your guard as well. So you're coming through as someone who's more open, more friendly, that kind of thing as well. Someone who can get things done with the Magician card here. But yeah, you're coming through as a pearl, someone who's very unique. Someone people search lifetimes to find. Wow. Wow, okay, so that could be like a little side message coming through. There's someone who has lived lifetimes with you who's currently on their way to find you with this Page of Swords. Because you guys were meant to be together, you have a soul contract, or there's just, they've always looked for you because you've always been like a mentor to them, you've always been a partner to them, and it's like their destiny to find you to become this more evolved and mature person, you know? That kind of thing. It's like giving, like, you know, soulmates in a kind of way. So I think that's all that I have for you guys, though. I keep getting more messages. I don't know how long we've been here. Let me try to look and see. Oh yeah, 50 minutes. That's enough. That's enough for you guys. I hope this reading resonated. Like I said, if you have something to say, say it. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks, because what you say has meaning. You can teach people. You are a teacher, whether you think you are or not. And I do feel like the more you embody that energy, the more accolades you receive, the more success you receive, the more you're happy, you know, the more you feel like you're standing in your purpose, because that's what the sun is. That's your purpose. Your sun sign is your purpose, what you came here to be, the core of who you are, you know. So, you know, yeah, maybe you need to study more about your sun sign, study more about your midheaven, that kind of thing. And yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Rebrand is what I'm hearing. But you guys should go look up the Cosmic Laundry. She explains it better than I do. You know, I'm just like, you know, doing a Cliff Notes version of what she says. It's just like a workshop you can take as well if it gets to that point. Like, I don't do those kinds of things, so, and you know, I'm a shout out. But yeah, I hope this resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me. Use my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the ayahuasca card, then this is your reading. Today we're going to be going over how are you showing up in the collective right now, how are people seeing you, and what are you attracting with this energy. Okay, so already with this ayahuasca energy, like I said in the intro, this card or this word, this ceremony, this initiation has been coming through in a lot of readings, and I do believe I heard of it for the first time ever in my life a few like weeks or months ago. And it was basically this not YouTube, she could be on YouTube as well, but I know her from TikTok. I think her name is Colby, and she's like the owner of Gemsy. She sells crystals and stuff like that. She grows them, that kind of stuff. And she was going to have an ayahuasca ceremony, and I'm like, what is that? I've never heard of it. And then I looked into it more, and it's basically an herb that you take that kind of cleanses out all the negative, dark energies from your life and kind of takes you on an initiation, essentially. You know, it's kind of like psychedelics to go on a trip, but it's like more ceremonial, it's more spiritual, it's more, so I believe it's like a Native American, or like to put in the places of South America, Mexico, stuff like that. I believe I don't know too much about it, but I feel like just from what I looked up, it's definitely somewhere you go. and it's like a purge, you know what I mean? You drink it and you go on a trip, and I think there is, you know, some defecation involved and stuff like that. So where you just basically get rid of all the bleep, the shit in your life, and start anew. And I love how they had a rebirth. So how you're coming off to people immediately off the bat is someone who is going through a massive change, you know, out with the old, in with the new, out with the shit, in with the clean. I'm hearing healthy living, so maybe some of you are going through a physical change, you're exercising more, your body is changing, you're eating more healthy foods, because what I have realized recently, and this may be a little bit TMI, when I eat foods that I know are not bad, like my body is like, the way, when I was younger, you could eat whatever you want, and your body would just kind of like deal with it. The older you get, the more it's like, girl, we don't want this, we don't want this. So you just like immediately release it, you know? It's reminding me of an episode of Shits and Gigs on, they're everywhere. They're on Instagram, they're on TikTok, they're on YouTube, but essentially Fuhad and James came to America, and they're basically saying with the food they were eating here, they were on the toilet for hours, bro, because the food over here is just full of crap, and the United States does not regulate, or you know what I mean, what is it called, do what they need to do and ban certain things in food. So we're just over here eating all the crap, and when your body doesn't want that, it wants real whole food, it just immediately lets it all out. It can come out in the form of diarrhea, stuff like that. So I do feel like you're releasing all the waste, all the nastiness in your life. And like, it's funny how it's like when you eat this herb, it immediately lets you, all that stuff happens, you know. And also when you do give birth, some women do, you know, defecate. So it's you're giving birth to something new, you're giving birth to a new version of you, a new self, a new ideology, a new body, something like that. And but with that new, it's going to take some getting rid of the old, you know what I mean? So yeah, with that old coming out, you're becoming a new person, a new version of you. That's what people are seeing, and that's how you're showing up in the collective right now. You guys ended up getting 2 cards, and here we have offering in reverse. That immediately let me know that I do feel like your energy is on hold, it's on pause, it's it's on layaway. It's also you're vetting the people who are coming into your life more. You're not offering your energy to just anybody, okay? And I love how we have tobacco here, and tobacco was literally like an herb that they would use to like ease. It's, you know, supposed to soothe and calm your nerves, but not in a good way. It's really not that good for you, you know. So it's like you're letting go of maybe vices. Maybe you were a smoker, you were a drinker, you did tobacco, maybe weed, stuff like that. You're letting go of those tendencies, and you're purging and becoming a new you. So people like haven't seen you in months, and the next time they see you, you don't smoke anymore, you don't drink anymore, you're like, no, I've become a new person. It's like that's what they're seeing right off the bat, because this card, they came out together like this and they flew out, but this card was like this. And I'm like, oh, I didn't look at the card, but I did see this one, and this is like definitely, you know, reiterating what I was saying about you guys are letting go of the old, getting rid of all the stuff that is making you feel sluggish, bad, no longer letting things that affect your health negatively stick around, essentially. And that is people, that is things, that is vices. So you're either giving up on alcohol, giving up on smoking, and when people see you for the first time, or just in general, they're just like, wow, you're different, you know, you've changed, or you give off a vibe that I've never seen from you before, kind of thing. So I love how this came out. Offering is like you are not offering, or it could be like a initial example that I'm getting is like somebody offering you a cigarette because they know you smoke. And you're like, no, I don't smoke anymore. They're like, what? You don't smoke anymore? You're like, no. Or people asking you want to go out to the bar and drink. I don't drink anymore. What? You don't drink anymore? You know what I mean? So it's like you are getting rid of something in your life that you know was not good for your overall health. Is definitely a vibe coming through for you guys. So when people offer you things, you're like, no. But I do feel like the whole you being more stingy with your energy is definitely a thing, you know? You're not letting everybody into your life, everybody into your business, everybody into your space, essentially. So it's kind of like a temple. Your body is now a temple, your life is not your temple. You're putting more respect on your names. What I'm hearing specifically, you're valuing your time and your energy and not just giving it to everyone. I feel like you're holding yourself to a better standard. Your self-esteem is rising, you know? Like any old offering somebody's giving you, even if it's bad, they're gonna take it. That kind of example, you know, like when you're desperate for a relationship, and any relationship you get, it's gonna be good enough because you just want someone, you want to be in a relationship that bad. But it's like you were willing to offer, I mean, you were willing to take whatever someone was offering, even if it wasn't good for you, which is tobacco. It's not good for you, you know? So it's like, now you're like, no, I don't care if it's, you know, I'd rather be alone than be in a relationship. I'd rather have no friends than bad friends. I'd rather have, you know what I mean, go through withdrawals or whatever, than put anything else in my body ever again that's not good or not, you know, adding to the overall health or my overall health. Okay, that's immediately the vibe that I'm getting from you guys. So that's how you're coming through in the collective right now, as someone who's going through a big, massive upheaval, massive change. Now, because I said upheaval, this could have been you went through a tower moment, a dark night of the soul moment, where things were falling apart around you. And it's funny because I'm doing something with a friend, and I was explaining the star card to him, and essentially I was saying, if you don't go to the dark, you'll never know what you're truly made of. You'll never know how well you can actually shine, you know? If there is no dark, you will not see what you're truly made of, essentially. So the star is holding on to that hope, knowing you can get out of it. So I feel like you're in your star energy, and I think the star did come through for group 1. So if you may have felt called to group 1 anyway, maybe you could go watch it if you felt called. Yeah, that's a little confirmation. So that's definitely what I'm getting. You're getting rid of all the bad and only welcoming in the good, okay? Maybe some of you could be 50, so you're incorporating healthier things to, you know, add or complement your lifestyle right now to make you more spry, more happy, less groggy. So all the things we're eating these days just have us tired, have us down. It's just like we can't do anything, and the older you get, the worse it gets, you know? I feel like I'm still pretty young, and for me to be, you know, my body's like, girl, we don't want this. But it's like, then you also can't really afford it kind of vibe. So it's like you're trying to make a big lifestyle change, you know, and you're doing the dang thing because you're keeping up with it, you know. And it's funny because I was talking to somebody like at my job the other day, and she was like how she's going on a journey of being vegan now, and she is cutting out meat, and she's just like, I want to see if it's actually gonna make a big change in my life, if it's actually gonna make me feel better, if it's gonna make my blood sugar, my hypertension get lower kind of vibe. So she's on that journey now. So it may not be, you may not be perfect at it, you may not be kicking ass yet, but it's coming together, you know, very well, is what I'm getting for you guys. So that is how you're coming off mostly. We're gonna keep getting into that as well. I do want some cards from this deck. So essentially we're pulling all the oracle cards first and then getting to the tarot, okay? That's how I felt called to do it today. So please, Spirit, how are my group 2 showing up in the collective? How are my group 2 showing up in the collective, please? How are they showing up in the collective right now? How are people seeing them? How are they showing up in the collective, and how are people seeing them? Okay, so some cards fell over. Hopefully not too many. And I forgot to say if you see or hear the AC in the background, because it tends to maybe get loud. I don't know why. Sometimes the mic picks up on it, sometimes it doesn't. But if you're hearing it, that's the AC in the background because it's hot, okay? I'm pretty sure if you're watching this when I post it, you know it's summer now and I need that AC, okay? So just bear with me. Here we have the sun and we have the slice. Since they both came out in reverse, I'm going to, you know, put them upright. I felt called to. So now we have the slice. You're taking a slice out of life. I know this card is very positive. It's like everything you wanted is coming to you. The one time I read it, a few times I've read it from the book. I'm still gonna read it again because it's not that straightforward, but it's like you're taking a slice out of life, and I do believe they actually use that reference in the summary. So, and then we have the sun, which also came through in group 1. So like I said, you may have felt called to group 1 for real. But it's like having a good time, you know, exploring your inner child. And I do love how summer, I do feel like, is when a lot of our inner childs come out, because that's when everything is open in New York, or in Brooklyn in particular. That's when Coney Island is open. It's only open when it's sunny outside, not when it's winter, not when it's fall. It's only open in the summer. And I think towards the end of spring. So that's like when all the children come out, all the children are out of school, they're going and having a good time, you know, playful, they're amused, you know, they're just letting their inner child shine through. And I do feel like that's what's going through for you guys as well, or what's coming through for you guys as well. But the sun is like having a good time, maybe a partner, maybe you found happiness, and that's because you weren't just picking up what anybody was offering. You waited for that person that you knew would give you what you actually need, and that's why you found happiness with this person, because it's giving 2 hands reaching out for each other, you know, in the sun. Then we have 2 people actually holding hands, you know, so it's giving me that kind of vibe as well. Okay, so we're going to read the book for those, the slice. The slice is 22, so you could be seeing 222 a lot, and 2 is also like harmony. It's giving relationships, it's giving, you know, partner union, that kind of thing. So you could literally be seen as someone who is happy in a relationship now, and you're no longer offering your time and energy or your attention because you're off the market, is what I heard. So what the wrong page, boy. We have the slice. Oh, I love this. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore, a quote from Dean Martin. So any way you slice it, you're hooked. you're besotted, you're smitten. Exactly. See, I love how I picked up on that without having to read from the book. But this is not even this is not even the same card. This is just like them in a relationship, holding hands kind of vibe. And I'm reading for the slice right now. And it says you're smitten, you're completely obsessed, you are in it deep with all the toppings. Whatever it is you're fixated on has all of your attention. It's stuck to you like ooey gooey cheese, and you deserve it. So taking a slice out of life, it's definitely giving happiness, contentment, that kind of vibe. You're coming through with someone who could be happily in a relationship. So now people are seeing you as, like I said, off the market. You're going through, and it's also giving me someone who is may have been someone who hated being in relationships, and now you're willing to settle down, or you found someone who made you settle down. So friends like, oh my gosh, I never thought he or she would settle down. Look at them now, you know what I mean? Look at them go. And my friend was telling me a story about the guy she's seeing. His friend was that same kind of person. You know, he wasn't really looking for anything serious. He was, you know, wham bam, thank you ma'ams. Of course, the people who were looking for the same thing, friends with benefits, that kind of stuff. And then he found someone who kind of captured his attention. He was willing to change for her. And it's like, you know, that's the kind of vibe. You could have been willing to change for this person, adapt a healthier lifestyle, you know, do spiritual healing as well, eat healthier, sleep more, shadow work, all that kind of stuff is coming through, putting away this party boy lifestyle of smoking, drinking, that kind of thing, just to be with that person because they lit you up. They are now the oh, see, and now I'm hearing Jacob from New Moon, like the person, like it is no longer gravity that's holding you to the earth, it's this person. So it's like this person no longer needs their vices, or you no longer need your vices because you found someone, you know, or that kind of vibe. Or you kind of you're coming through as a person who was a little, you know, you were all over the place, you know, you weren't looking to settle down or commit, and you found someone who made you want to settle down and commit, which is why we have the whole you're besotted, you're smitten. So you definitely are. So you're coming through with someone who's no longer, like I said, on the market. You're no longer available for parties and drinking and all the kind of stuff that people do at said parties, because you found someone who's holding you to the earth and you no longer need those vices, you know. So you're coming through with someone who's a changed man, a changed woman kind of energy. So it's like, it's no longer the like, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I just, you know, I want to reiterate that it's no longer these things holding you here to the earth and keeping you happy or satisfied. It's now this person. So there's someone who's come in and kind of swept you off your feet. It's a vibe that's coming through as well. So you're making like immense lifestyle changes. You were someone who never thought they would stop smoking. You did. Never thought you would stop drinking. You did. Never thought you would be going to the gym. You are. Never thought you would be eating healthy. You are. You know what I mean? Never thought you would be committed or wanted to be committed to, or wanted to do committing, or wanting to be committed to someone, and now you are, you know. So now I want to get the sun as well. That boy is mine. I can't wait to try him. I have to scroll to these. The sun, the source of all life, the generator, the father, the marker of a new day, the marker of a new day. Now you're in your sun era. You know, you're no longer in the darkness. Now you're in the sunlight, you know, living your truth, essentially. Maybe there was something that was holding you back from living your truth, whatever that would mean for some people, whether it was in this relationship or in life. There was something that was holding you back from being your true and honest self. Maybe it was, I'm hearing, like, you know, societal factors, ages, cultures, that kind of thing. So for example, I'm getting that you may have wanted to be with someone who was younger than you or come from a different culture than you. No matter how evolved we are as people, as human, as a race, you know, racism is not as bad as it is, but it's still there. You know, ageism is not as bad as it used to be, but it's still there. People want to get in your business and tell you who you can and can't date, who you can and can't be with. And it's like, maybe that was a factor that was holding you back until you started living your truth and not giving a flying fadoodle. It's giving someone who was in the closet for the longest time, you know, and they weren't able to be who they really wanted to be, or be with who they really wanted to be with, because of their family, because of society. And they're just like, I don't care anymore. I love how this is coming out. It's Pride Month. So like, you know, right now in this moment in time in June 2024, or whenever you're watching this, you're coming through with someone who is letting their freak flag fly, and you're not letting anyone stop you from finding your true happiness, living your life in the light, okay? But your message, the sun comes into our lives to nurture, grow, warm, and signal a new day. But as integral as the sun is to our life as we know it, the sun can also burn. It's time to turn the page, start a new chapter, and not dwell on the past. This was a message that came through a little in group 1 as well. You're no longer dwelling on the past and the things that were holding you back. You're moving forward, you know? So it's giving, like I said, healing. So we're all healing, honestly, because that is coming through for each group so far. And it says tomorrow is another day. You're stepping into your tomorrow. You're no longer in the Annie phase of in the movie where she is, the first time we see her, or a little bit, she's singing, her song is what is her song? Maybe they're smart, maybe they something like something and art, maybe they do, why wouldn't they be? Their only mistake is giving up me. So she's dwelling on the fact that her parents left her to be in an orphanage. She's giving them this fantastical story about how they're successful, living a happy life, and the only thing that could damper that is them giving up me. But they'll be back, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. And then by the end of the movie, she's like, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow. You're always a day away. You're only a day away. You know what I mean? So she kind of picks herself up by the straps and says, hey, we're not focusing on tomorrow. We're moving on. We're not dwelling in the past. We're not constantly stressing over who let us go, who broke up with us, who broke our heart, what our family did when we were younger, those traumas. Like, we're getting over that, you know? And we're like, tomorrow's a new day. Boom. So you're reaching out. I'm hearing reach out and touch somebody's hand. To make this world a better place if you can. So you're reaching out to others. You're healing others maybe as well. Yes, giving hand holding, meeting your soul family. That was also coming through group 1. I don't want to keep repeating. So maybe you really did felt called to group 1, or you're coming from group 1, and those cycles or those topics or themes just are coming through for you again. But it's giving, now you're holding your hand. You're holding the hand of someone. I'm hearing you love. So you're nurturing other people because you nurture yourself. So it's like once you become healed, I feel like you immediately just start healing everyone around you, because they saw what you went through and they saw how good it was for you to heal. And now they want, like I'm hearing the lady from, what is it, When Harry Met Sally? I want what she's having. When she was literally having like a, what is it called? She was faking a finish at the table with I think Harry, and then the old lady at the next table, I want what she's having, you know what I mean? That kind of vibe. So you're healing people through your happiness, that kind of vibe. They want what you're having now. They're gonna ask you, what did you do to lose weight? What did you do to eat healthier? You know, can you help me? And you could just make a career out of it. Who knows? Just making sure the mic is still on. Okay, so yeah, you're coming through as someone who is the source of all life. But I do feel like you have found the source of all life, and now you're so happy you want to share that happiness with other people. You know, the father, you're taking care of people, you know, that kind of vibe. It's like leading by example. That's literally what I feel like. The mother is to nurture, and the father is to lead by example and protect and provide, kind of vibe. So I do feel like you're kind of giving me someone who's the provider for other people. Maybe you're someone who has kids, and now you're becoming a better version of yourself to now take care of those kids better than you were before. So it's like your children are happier and healthier because you're happier and healthier, you know? It's for those of you that have kids. And if it's not kids, the people in your life are now healthier and happier for knowing you because you're happy and healthy. Okay? You're just a source of light for people right now. And I'm hearing, no matter how you slice it, you're just a new person now. So like I said, your people are just like, what? You could have been someone who went through like a midlife crisis with this 50 here. That's what I'm getting. You went through a midlife crisis, and now you wanted to, by going through that midlife crisis, you learned to heal, you know? That's coming through. So now I do want cards from this deck here to see what else we can get. And I need to remember to use the whole space that I am given. I tend to stick to this one little spot right here, and I'm just like, I forget that I have over here and over here. So how are they showing up for the collective? How are people seeing them? Wow, you guys are getting a lot of cards. Is this 4? I'll take it. So the 2 that turned over immediately was empowerment and Virgo. So like I said, that's literally what I was saying. By empowering yourself, you're now empowering others. You know, people are seeing you as like a very powerful, of course, but they're seeing you as a force to be reckoned with. Okay, the Virgo is the helper, the Virgo is the fixer, the Virgo is the one that's regulating things, the one they're telling people what's wrong, what you're doing right. And Virgo is also the, what do they call, the health nut. They're all about health because they rule the 6th house, or the 6th house rules them. So it's like they're all about health, they're about fitness, they're all about work ethic. So maybe your work ethic is doing better, or maybe you found a better job for yourself, something that fits what you want to do more, which is why now you're living in your truth, your happiness, and people are wanting to follow behind you. Your kids are wanting to follow behind you. It's like you're leading by example, and now you are seen as someone people look up to at this point, because you've been through so much. I'm hearing dirt. You've been through so much dirt. You've been through the sludge. It's giving Lotus. You know, you were a lotus and you thought, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna be covered by mud forever. And so you peeled away the slime, which is all the nasty things in life, all the bad foods, all the bad energies, and now you're this beautiful lotus flower, okay? And you're also delicate as well. So I do feel like you are leaning into your sensitivity a little bit, because the lotus flower is very yeah, delicate. It could be like, you know, the flowers, the petals are very, you know, they're not that, well, how can I describe it? Resilient. They're gonna, if you move it or touch it or pluck it, they're gonna break. I'm hearing as opposed to the water lily, where the leaves and the flower is more waxy, so it's giving us more durable. So you're coming through with someone who is more sensitive, you know? And because of that, you're empowering others around you. Like I said, the Virgo was the fixer. They help, you know, they analyze. But here we have methodical, aligned. You're becoming through as aligned, ritualistic. Maybe like you have more rituals now, you know, in your life. You are going to the gym more, like I said, eating healthier. You come home, go to the gym, you come home, you cook, and then you go to sleep, and you go to sleep at a specific time and all that kind of stuff. That's the energy you're coming through as: efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined. We have accurate, solitary. So maybe you're spending more time on, can you watch where you're going? Solitary, curatorial, critical, nervous, and perfectionist. So now your life, you're focused on making your life as perfect as it can be. Also, maybe you're taking, I'm hearing natural remedies. Here we have a mushroom in the background. Let me show you the card in case you can't see it. We have the mushroom in the background. We have these concoctions coming through here. So it's like you're like more holistic, more natural living, you know, is what you're doing. And maybe you're healing your nervous system. I'm hearing nervous system regulation. I don't really know much about that, but it's coming through. So I'm a rock with it. I'm a roll with it, you know. Nervous system regulation. I know that's a big thing that's coming around, where it's telling people maybe you're like doing certain things and working out and eating healthy, but your body isn't really losing weight, and it's because you have to regulate your nervous system. Because when you go through trauma as a child, you're always heightened, your stomach is always hurting, back pain. I actually did just read about this a little bit the other day. I remember now. Yeah, it's like, you know, it manifests as back pain, it manifests as stomach aches, it manifests as a bunch of different things. And like once you regulate your nervous system, you're able to live a more happy life, you know, a more full, well-rounded life, if you get what I mean. Maybe you're, look, I love. Look at how we have the hand here with the knife, and they're cut into the pizza. So maybe you're cutting out the bad food you've been eating, or maybe you have been, but pizza is your weakness, so that's the one thing you can't give up, is what I just heard as well. So maybe pizza is your weakness, and that's you can't give up on pizza. So that's the one thing you're trying to maybe, or that's like the one thing we're eating in excess. So pizza would be all the bad things in your life, and now you're kind of cutting through the bad things. Okay, now we have empowerment here, which is combines with, enhances, strengthens. You're doing strength work, maybe strength training as well. You're joining forces. That's literally the vibe that I'm getting, because you're doing better. People now want to collaborate with you and do better with you as well. We have activates. You're activating certain things in other people's lives. Yeah. So right now you are a curator of change, you know what I mean, in people's lives. You change your life, now you're changing the lives of others, or how they view life, essentially. So we have intensifies, authorizes. That's that sun energy with the father coming through. You are the authority figure in the household or in your life, and people want to like follow behind you. They want to defer to you naturally. Now we have allies with, concentrates, saturates, overrides, and overwhelms. So I do feel like you're overriding a lot of the negative things that you became used to in your life. It's kind of like, if you don't teach kids to not eat pizza every day, and if you don't teach someone how to eat healthier, or if you don't teach yourself, it's up to you once you reach a certain age to live a healthier lifestyle. It's like you have no one to blame but yourself. So it's kind of like you're overriding all those things that were telling you you're not good enough, or you can't go to the gym, or I'm not a gym person, I'm never going to be healthy, I'm never going to be skinny, I'm never going to be this. You're overriding those thoughts, you know. Like I said, you're focusing on the tomorrow. It's like when you're at the gym and you're focusing on how good your body's going to look instead of how tired you are, you know. I know that feeling, child. You want to give up. We have 5th house. You're having fun. This is the house of passion. Now you're rediscovering your passion. And what the bumba was I saying about Coney Island and the rides? And we have rides coming through in 5th house. Yeah, you're going out and having more fun. You're healing your inner child. I'm here placating them. You're nurturing them. You're fathering or mothering that inner child. Whether you have father wounds, you didn't have a father, or you have mother wounds, you didn't have a mother. You're now becoming that person for your inner child that wasn't there for them. You know, regulating, strengthening them, that kind of thing. But I love how they have this exact ride at Coney Island. That's why I'm just like, wow, stop playing. And we have watermelon, which is peak summer energy. So this summer is going to be very important for you, is what I'm hearing. But we have performance, entertainment, creativity, costume. You could be changing your wardrobe as well, is what I'm hearing. We have play, love affairs. Stop it. That was coming through. We have joy, we have pleasure, we have parties, children, humor, romance, and disco balls. So yeah, you're just partying up, living it up, having a good old time, which I love for you, honestly. So what I do want to do is move that up a little bit so these can fit here and hopefully not be out of frame. So yeah, you're just living it up, having a good old time. That's the energy you're coming through as. And here we have ascendant outlook. You've changed your outlook on life. And I love how we have these different fabrics and more vibrant, summery colors. So I do feel like your wardrobe has changed in a way. Maybe you're wearing more feminine things if you're feminine. Maybe you're wearing more masculine things if you're masculine. That did come through in group 1 a little bit, where they're changing up how they dress to make themselves look better. You know what I mean? To accentuate certain parts of themselves. So I feel like y'all, somebody here from group 1, stop playing. Or you felt called to it. But yeah, we have the worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view. You're changing your point of view, body image as well. You're changing your body image. And the ascendant is how you come out to the world, how you look. So your looks are changing. Like I said, you're going to I feel like you're going to like a health transformation, a gym transformation, or something. You're changing the way you look, the way you eat, the way you act, the way you speak, that kind of thing, what you allow into your body. But we have aura. Your aura is changing as well. It's giving more bougie, more refined is what I'm hearing, because we have nice pretty gold flowers, and we have the key. We have this house. I think it's a house anyway. It's doors. So a bunch of different doors. You're opening a new door, and that's what they were talking about, the sun, the tomorrow. You're thinking about the tomorrow, not the today, not the past. You're thinking about the future, which is why you're, putting that health, that kick in your step now. You're kicking yourself in the tush and saying, I'm going to work out now, because you're thinking of where you want to be when you're a certain age. You're not thinking about the past. Oh, well, I could used to be able to eat this in the past. You're not in the past anymore. And the present, your present body is telling you, hey, we need more nutrients. Yeah, take care of us, so you can be healthier in the future. You're thinking of the long run now. You're thinking of the future. Is essentially what I'm getting for you guys. So we have likeness, approach, impact, and first impressions. So I do feel like you're making a better first impression on people now. You're making a better first impression on people. So I do feel like you're very much in an energy where everybody just wants to be around you. Like you're in like a very attractive energy. And this either has you locked down or has people wanting to lock you down. Is the vibe that I'm getting here, the romance and your ascendant is how people look at you. People are looking at your physical beauty and like, oh, this person's dressing way better. You know what I mean? This person's finally found the shapes and the lines and, like I said, the seasons that work for them in group 1. That was coming through as well. They're finding it's like even like a more fancy approach. Modern, that's what I was trying to come up with. Like these golden flowers is giving more modern. It's also giving like Grecian, and they were always like very elegant and like wearing the flowy dresses and that kind of vibe. They also love the good party, love the good leisure moment. Anytime I think of leisure and relaxation, one of the examples is like in those movies you would watch where people would lay on their throne and people would have the leaves blowing on them, and they would be eating, people would feed them grapes, and they would have like the leafy head things on, because they're like either a king or a queen or an emperor or an empress, that kind of vibe. That's the vibe you guys are giving me. People want to like dote on you guys and feed you healthy foods, grapes and things like that. Okay, so 5th house is definitely having fun, playing games, being more playful in general. Dating is also the 5th house, so you could be dating more now. You're coming off as someone who's trying to find their person. Okay, like I said here, these two hands are reaching out for each other, so you're reaching out for a human companionship. You could be a little lonely and you're coming through with someone who's looking for a partner now. Okay, I don't know what I'm hearing. You could be singing as well, because passion is art. Okay, because besides the fact that I be singing on here all the time, I was like hearing that, I think it's either, I never remember, it's either Cinderella or Snow White. Oh, sweet nightingale, sing, sweet nightingale, oh. Like they're singing to something and the birds are coming around them. So it's either Cinderella or Snow White, I don't know. It's like you're singing more, you know what I mean? You're full of life. There are birds flying around you, kind of thing, you know? The way the princesses would always have like flying creatures around them, that kind of thing. You're coming through with like just pure, happy, a little innocent, just lapping up life, enjoying yourself. I'm gonna get up for a second and see if I would have space. I would. Okay, so I'm gonna bring these over here now. It looks like I have space for them to fit. Just make sure. You know what? We're gonna move these over some more. Move it on top. Move this on top. Okay. Now is everything in frame? Yes, looks much better. Okay, I think that's all the cards I was gonna pull from. Now I'm gonna pull some tarot for you guys for the more of how are people seeing you right now. I just heard tummy issues, so maybe you started to get healthier because you have tummy issues, or you started eating healthier because you have tummy issues. I know, I be having tummy issues. You could have IBS. I can't eat too much cheese or milk, or my stomach don't like me. Abuse is what it is, I like to say, but that could be something you've been trying to regulate as well. I'm also hearing PCOS. So maybe some of you here have PCOS. You're trying to regulate that as well. That is all about regulating or balancing off your hormones. Jeez, I can't talk. Dang. Okay. How are people seeing you? You're eating healthier so you don't experience all of those hormone imbalances. You don't experience, you know, stomach aches, tummy aches. Okay, I'm hearing now my tummy hurts. He's in love with her, but for what it's worth, they'll make beautiful babies and they'll raise them up to be a couple of bleeping monsters like their mother and their father. Eventually, 2043, someone's gonna hurt that little girl like her daddy hurt me. So it's giving maybe healing a little bit of generational curses, because that's literally what she's speaking about in that song, where because her dad was out here cheating on her or somebody else with a bad woman, and they have a child and raise that child up to be a monster, sooner or later that child's gonna be broken up with, or left brokenhearted, or cheated on the way the father was, because that's kind of how it goes. If the things that you do, if it don't affect you, it's gonna affect your kids. Okay, so that could be something you were trying to, like I said, I think I did say maybe some of you have kids here, or maybe that was group one, but it's coming through for you guys as well. If you have kids, you are trying to live a better lifestyle, because you know the things that, you know, you don't do right, they're gonna end up making up for. You know, like the karma of it all, the generational trauma of it all, the things you don't do right, they're going to be neglecting and having to heal when they're older. So you may be trying to heal that now, okay? And tummy hurts are just reiterating what I was saying about your tummy could be hurting. You could have IBS, okay? Is that all the message that I was saying? Yeah, because tummy hurts, I was saying your tummy could hurt. And then that song was also about how she's saying how somebody cheated on her with somebody else, and they are gonna have kids one day and somebody's gonna hurt those kids, you know. Here we have the moon in reverse, which is what I was basically saying here with the sun coming out. You're ending that cycle of the moon where it's like, you know, uncertainty, things are being hidden from you, you're unsure about things, you're kept in the dark kind of vibe. That's now in reverse. Then we also have the 10 of Wands, where you're being stressed, you're overloaded, you're burdened, okay? Like you're burning the candle on both ends, and soon there will be nothing left of you. That could have been you as well. Now you're deciding to have more fun. You know, you're not going to make things about everything about work, is also what I'm hearing. So now you could be becoming more available to your kids as well. where you're gonna have more time for them, you're gonna spend more time with them. Because it's funny how I was watching a video basically of this lady, and she was filming her son looking for her in the crowd, and she was like, oh, this is why it's important for you to show up for your kids, because they're looking for you. And he was nervous because they were having a performance, so he was on stage, she was videotaping him looking for her in the crowd, and then he was nervous and shy and, you know, meek and a little scared, and then as soon as he saw her, the biggest smile went over his face, and he was so happy, and he was waving like, hi mommy, because you could see him saying that, read his lips. And it's like, you know, it's important for you to show up for your kids. If you don't, like I said, it's going to be a scar. They have to then heal later on the line, unless you fix it now, okay? So 10 of Wands is definitely becoming maybe more available to your kids, or just unburdening yourself a lot. You're releasing a lot of the load, and that's literally what it's like defecating is. You're releasing all of that SHIT that's inside of your colon, that's inside of your digestive tract, that's inside of your, what do they call them? Those organs, the large intestine, thank you, the small intestine. You're clearing out all those toxins that were just inside of your body for the longest time. And it doesn't have to be physical for most of you. It could also be, like I said, trauma involved. It could also be mental health involved. You're letting go of the things that have been holding you back to heal, to become a better person for you. I'm done. I'm hearing that song, the part of the song from Heal the World. It's like, we want to heal the world so that for our children and our children's children, so that they know that it's a better world for them. And then it's like, there's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love, and this place be much brighter than tomorrow. So it's like they're asking a little girl, like, why do you want to heal the world? Just like, so we're healing the world for our children and our children's children, so that they know that it's a better world for them, you know, that kind of thing. So you're healing yourself, so to be a better parent, to just be a better person in general, because father did come through in this card. So you could be trying to be a better father, a better mother, or maybe you're trying to make up for a bad father, because that's also what was coming through in Tummy Hurts. The father was a snake in the grass, and now because he was a snake and cheated on Renee, who sings the song, also Coco Jones, she's in that song for the remix. It's like, because she knows now her dog's gonna have to deal with that because of what he did to her, you know. So just keep in mind the things that you do affect your kids. We have the Tower in reverse. That's what I said. I said you could have had a Tower moment, a Dark Night of the Soul moment, and now it's coming in reverse. So you are being seen as someone who's getting their life together, who is fixing things that may have been burned to the ground, who is healing themselves, okay? And look at how we have a literal shadow here, a shadow of the person you used to be, watching their house burn down. So the foundations they've been building thus far, no matter what age you are, no matter what demographic, the foundations you built so far for yourself were no longer working. So it led to them all being burned down, and you being a shadow of yourself, a shadow of your former self is what I heard as well. And you having to heal that person and become this new person, build better foundations for yourself, you know, live a healthier lifestyle, that kind of vibe. So yeah, you're going from being a shadow to a fully formed human being. And in that shadow phase, like I said, there could have been drinking, there could have been tobacco, there could have been smoking, there could have been, you know, just playing the fool and taking advantage of people and sleeping around and that kind of thing. And now you're holding yourself to a higher standard now. Your outlook on life has changed. Who you are viewed as and how you are viewing others is no longer what it used to be, you know? Yeah, you're coming through with someone who got their power back. I'm hearing Stella gets her groove back, or Stella got her groove back. You're getting your groove back. So if you went through a painful, I heard divorce. So for some of you, it could have been a divorce you went through, and you're kind of healing that divorce as well and trying to find who you are after this relationship went, you know, up in flames, essentially. You can actually go under. How about that? So you can see everything. Okay. Better. People are proud of you as well, I heard. Your kids are proud of you. Your friends are proud of you. The people who you are in relationships with and that you shared your vulnerabilities with too, they're proud of you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so I'm hearing a seeker of knowledge, or maybe you're rushing towards somebody or something. That's what I was saying. I was getting that vibe a little bit of you maybe wanting to be with someone and you wondering if now's the right time for you to reach out to them, or for you to make things official, or for you to finally put what society is telling you was good or what was not good to the side and go after what you want. It could be a person, it could be a thing, you know, a place, an idea, a home, you know, all those things are coming through. So now we've gone through enough of how you're showing up. All these things, just reiterating what I was saying up here. You are seen as someone who's more light. All the weight has been taken off your shoulders. All the shadows that were following you around and haunting you are now gone, you know? It's like you were baptized and cleansed in the water. Look at this person. They went through hooded, not really knowing who they were, going through this phase, and they're walking towards illumination, you know? I feel like this card just completely embodies it. The ayahuasca, the rebirth. People are seeing you as a brand new person. Okay, now we're going to get into what are you attracting because of this energy. Because you're in this energy, what are you attracting? Still recording? Yes, we are. Well, that card had to fall. Come on. Sorry if the mic hit the table. This card wants to fall. I want to see if it's... We have 7 of Swords, okay? I'm not taking it out, though. So, what are you attracting with this energy, please? What are they attracting with this energy? The Hermit, solitude, quiet. You're attracting solitude and quiet. Also enlightenment, the healing. I'm hearing transfiguration, but I'm also healing. I'm also hearing, not healing. So you are definitely healing. I'm also hearing, what is the word? It's like reflecting. Yes, that's what I was thinking. You're reflecting on what you did wrong and kind of like seeing things in a new light with this person staring into the light, you know? So what are they attracting because of them being in this energy? So more wisdom, essentially. More wisdom, more knowledge, more maturity as well. This Hermit is Virgo energy, so Virgo is coming through twice for you guys. So basically you're trying to get your life together and you're helping others get their life together. It's the vibe that's coming through. So what are they attracting, please, because of they're in this energy? What are they attracting? 3 of Cups. No more nights out on the town. I do feel like you're very much in the settling down energy. You have 2 of Swords. Now you're knowing what to do. Yes, you've gained some clarity. You've gained some clarity. Now let me fix what I'm doing here. You're gaining clarity on what was working for you, what wasn't working for you. And the moon also gives me deep self-reflection as well. So like you're definitely like, you know, healing, becoming somebody better. Maybe you weren't the best person before. It doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but maybe you weren't the best person before, and now you're becoming a better person. And like I said, for your kids and for your kids, so now they don't hold resentment and, you know, feel some type of way. Maturing, getting grown. Okay, 3 of Cups in reverse. No more partying, no more drinking, because 3 of Cups is very much a, you know, indulging in the you know, casual drink. Okay, sorry, let me just fix that. 3 of Cups, I'm hearing somebody's getting sober as well, making the decision, choosing yourself, choosing health, choosing a better lifestyle is also what's coming towards you. So 2 of Swords is now you know what to do. You know, you're no longer confused. The path is no longer blurry anymore. Now we have the 8 of Swords in reverse, and it's like you're breaking free. We're breaking free, we're soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach. If we're trying, then we're breaking free. You're breaking free. The 8 of Swords is someone who was trapped. The 8 of Swords in reverse is someone who's breaking free from their self-imposed prison. You know, the person, this came through group 1 as well, so just putting that out there. How this person is cutting the ribbons that was holding them captive. I swear I can't talk in y'all reading. What the heck? They're breaking the bonds that tie us, the bonds. I think that's a movie. Is that a movie? The ties that bond us is what I'm hearing. So maybe you're breaking yourself from a person that you were attached to that was keeping you held captive, that kind of thing. Moving on from a past person or relationship. I'm going to get up for a second and okay, all the cards are being shown. Good. I was scared for a second. Maybe double checking things as well. Like I said, you're going from of being a little indecisive to being more decisive. Because now I'm hearing that part from Hamilton. You're incredible in court, you're succinct, persuasive, where Hamilton is asking Aaron Burr to help him defend the Constitution because he knows that Burr is a better lawyer than him. So you know what I mean? So people know that you may be better at certain things than them, so they're coming to ask you for help, which also came through group 1. So it's just everybody out here helping, huh? I love that for us, okay? So what is coming towards you? More stability. You're mastering this. That is what this Hermit card is telling me. Like I said, you're mastering something, becoming more mature, the wise crone, you know? Maybe you moved on from being the mother or the father, and now you're turning into the crone. Someone who has gone through a lot of experiences, and they're now better for it, smarter for it, and they can now hand down that wisdom to other people, you know? If they see someone going down the same road, they have that, you know, empathy, also sympathy. They also have that perspective that's like, yeah, I've been where you've been. This is not the road you want to go down, you know? That kind of thing. And like I said, you could be a little lonely as well. For those of you who aren't in relationships, because I didn't mention that up here, for those of you who aren't in relationships, you're giving off a little lonely, and you're attracting this moment of having to be lonely in order to find what you've been looking for. Or like I said, you're attracting enlightenment, becoming smarter and awakening, knowing what you have to do now and moving forward and making that decision. No longer, so like I said in the beginning, if you were someone who's only doing friends with benefits and not really committing to anything, that energy is leaving. Just wanting to have a good time, celebrate, and, you know, not take anything seriously is the vibe that's coming through for this 3 of Cups. That's not always what it means, but I do feel like with the context that was coming through before in the beginning of your reading, like you just wanted to have a good time, you know, wham bam, thank you ma'ams, you know, get it and quit it, hit it and quit it, that kind of thing. And now you're just like, I'm a little lonely now, you know, I've fully become this hermit energy. Now I'm ready to become better and make that decision to move forward, you know, because here we have her eyes closed. So maybe you're keeping your eyes closed to certain things, and I am getting like a big vibe of you having to make a decision to go after something, okay, especially with that. Oh, this is Knight of Swords that came out somewhere, but that was then. This is now. See, moving on. I don't know why I said that just instinctually. That was then, this is now. You're not focusing on what came before, you're focusing on what the now and what comes after. Okay, so healing and maturing, like I said, because becoming mature is not holding certain things against people, forgiving them, being able to move on, you know, having that point of view that's like, I know they may have not known what they were doing at that time, you know. I'm hearing, I think, I'm hearing like the Jesus where he's like, forgive them, Father, if they not know what they've done, or you know what I mean, that kind of thing. It's like you're forgiving them because they don't really understand, they're not aware enough to be held accountable for their actions, you know, or to want to be held accountable, because some people know they've done wrong, they want to fix it. Some people do wrong and they don't want to fix it, so they know. You have the discernment to know which is which, so you know when you're wasting your time trying to get somebody to be held accountable for what they did and what they said to you, and then you also know when someone is not going to do that, you know. 8 of Swords, like I said, freeing yourself. And then here we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is, you know, mastery. You're measuring things, you're now incorporating everything that you've learned to live a more wholesome and better life. 8 of Pentacles is also, you're almost there to reaping the benefits. Now you're becoming a little better. You're becoming a master at going to the gym. You're becoming a master trainer. You're becoming a master manifester. You're becoming a master at finding healthy alternatives to certain things, that kind of vibe. And then after the 8 of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is, you know, you're fully stable and set in that lifestyle and that routine that you have placed for yourself. Right now you're still getting there, you're still mastering it, and you will master it, because this is the card of mastery. It's the card of studying, it's the card of learning, which is, like I said, the same vibe as the hermit energy, you know. Now you're incorporating what you've learned into a routine that will then become the 9 of Pentacles, which is you know, being fully able to be on your own. Maybe right now you still have a chaperone, I'm hearing, you know. I'm also hearing chaperone. Maybe some of you love her. I was listening to her It's a Phenomenon on repeat today. I love her and that song as well. And I was introduced to her through a friend. I had no idea who she was, you know, but that song is so good. Yeah, so maybe you're like a phenomenon is what it's supposed to be, but it's like a feminine phenomenon. So maybe you are feminine now, becoming more strong or more confident in your feminine energy. Like I said, dressing better, putting on more frilly, happy clothing, wearing big, fantastical dresses because you can, and you don't care what people think of you. You know what I mean? It's like fully standing in your power, not caring what people have to say about you. That's what you are. Just to put it, you know, to tie it up in a nice, cute little bow. But you're measuring things. This is definitely giving me cooking and finding the right measurement, or like not trying to eat too much, okay? And, you know, what is it called? There's a few words coming through. Rationing is what I'm getting as well, but curbing, eating in moderation, that kind of vibe. Portioning, that's their portion control is what I'm hearing. And also maybe you could be someone who is making all the food you're going to eat on Sunday, so you have more of a schedule that you know what you're going to eat, you know what I mean? Because when we are hungry and when we are working and we get to the point of being starving, we are buying the fast food, we are buying the crappy food from the store just to curb that hunger. But when you pre-plan, you meal plan, okay, throughout the week, you know when you come home from work, that food already in the fridge for you to devour. So you're not spending money that you don't need to spend, or you're not eating stuff you're not supposed to be eating, you know? You're having more control over those things in your life. That's the Eight of Pentacles, okay? I do want to get a little bit more for what, we have Seven of Pentacles as well. So yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, you're in that phase. I mean, everyone would be at different phases, but we're all in that of trying to plant seeds and watch them grow. And the Nine of Pentacles, they have grown to something you can be proud of. So you're well on your way. So what are they attracting in this energy, please, Spirit? My group twos. What are they attracting while in this energy? I wanted to say who are they attracting. So maybe you're trying to attract somebody in particular. Maybe that's why I felt called to keep pulling. Who are they attracting, please? Maybe that would do better. Who are they attracting in this energy, please? Okay, that was the fix. A Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, someone who can go on this journey with you. I'm hearing an accountability partner, okay? Or maybe a partner that's going to be right by your side doing the things with you. They're taking the long way with you. Maybe some of you should have listened to The Long Way by Brett Eldridge. He's like, I want to know everything about you. You know, I want to know where you grew up. I want to know your first car. I want to know the bar you went to get drunk for the first time. I want to know your parents, where they met. I want to know your full life story. You're attracting someone who's going to go on that long journey with you of learning who you are, and then also watching you relearn who you are as well. That's beautiful. Bars, mic drop. Here we have Nine of Swords. Who are you attracting? Someone you've been thinking about a lot. So I do think for some of you there is someone who's in your energy right now, or you're in their energy. You're wanting to be with them, reach out to them, that Knight of Swords energy, but you're not doing it, okay? There's someone who's heavily on your mind, and I'm hearing a long time coming. So yeah, the who are they attracting in this energy is definitely something. You could be attracting somebody younger than you, or someone the same age as you with the Knight of Pentacles. Because Knights are people who are the same age as you, but if you are coming through as like a king or something, or a major arcana, you could be attracting someone younger than you, which would then tie into the message that I was getting of you letting society dictate the person you want to go after or be with because of an age difference, racial difference, a background difference, culture difference, that kind of thing, you know? But it's like someone you're thinking about a lot. It's who you're attracting in this energy. So someone you can't get off your mind, okay? So the Knight of Swords, like now's the time for you to go for it, you know? But yeah, like I said, Knight of Pentacles is someone who's going to be there beside you, on your side every step of the way. They're going to be with you through the ups and downs, the highs and the lows. They're sticking around for the long haul. The Knight of Pentacles is not here for fast. They're there for longevity. You know, they're not looking for wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of thing. They're looking for longevity relationship wise. It's also building character wise. Look, they have all their stuff packed up, ready to go on the hike with you. You could be attracting someone who has maybe disabilities. They could have lost their legs, because that's coming through the picture. That's not going to be for everyone, honestly. Or obviously. We have King of Wands. And I love how this guy looks like the character, how the characters are dressed in Hamilton. And I mentioned Hamilton. So you're attracting confidence. And I do feel like you're attracting yourself to be this King of Wands for this Knight of Pentacles. And look, we have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck again. Yeah. You're manifesting some communication. You're attracting a communication, or you're going to go after something, because the Knight of Swords is the one going after what they want. They're the one reaching out, you know. They're the one learning more about the information. They're the one inquiring about things, you know. So you're going to be inquiring about a trial, inquiring about a house, inquiring about a person, texting them, reaching out, testing the waters kind of thing. because you're now in your King of Swords energy. Like I said, you're incredible in court, you're succinct, persuasive. You're going to be able to persuade this person to maybe take you back, okay? And I'm hearing, I don't really want you back, I just miss the life we had. That song is coming through. Interesting. So do you not want this person back? You just want how they made you feel or the life you had with them? Be careful moving forward. Maybe that's why you're wishy-washy. You don't know what you want to do because you're wondering, do I want this person? Yeah, there's a break coming to an end for some of you. That's a little side message coming through for y'all. If you're in a break with someone who you've been thinking about very heavily, this person's going to be coming back into your life because you go out and reach out to them because you found your groove. You found your groove back, you know? Four of Swords is a rest. It's a break. It's meditating. It's healing. Now you're going to be taking that and turning it on its head and incorporating that energy. But yeah, some of you are attracting a partner you've been thinking about where you are on a break, and that is coming through a little side message for y'all. But who you're attracting, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, young Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Virgo came through twice as well. You could be a Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus as well. We also have the King of Wands. You're attracting a Leo, Sag, or an Aries, okay? But that's all that I have for you guys. So I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a reading with me, a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so today we're going to be getting into how are you showing up in the collective right now, how are people seeing you, and then we're also going to tack on a little extra thing at the end. What are you attracting with this energy? So the energy you are currently in, what are you attracting? In group 2, I felt called to get into who you're attracting. Okay, so we're going to get into, we're going to see what wants to come through at the end there. But already with the beginning, with this one card that you guys chose, Lavender 20. 20 is the card of judgment. So it's definitely you're going through a change. You're going through I hear you're following your best judgment. So with Weaver, and we have the webs weaving, you're definitely seen as someone who is creating something. How a spider spends so much time diligently creating their web, and it's always unique and it's always different, and it's kind of hard to break, and that's how you catch your prey. So like you're weaving your life around you, you know, you're weaving, you're webbing, weaving a web that's going to catch what you want. So it's kind of like you're putting in the work and knowing you're going to get your desired outcome. Essentially, you know you're putting in the work, you're going to get the fruits of your labor at the end of it, you know. And here we have a child on your back. So you could be someone who's in your single mother era, or you're just someone who takes their child everywhere with them because you have a child now, which it's you got to. Okay, you're seen as someone who is doing the dang thing, and you could also be seen as someone who smells really good. I'm hearing a wildflower, so maybe people call you a wildflower. There's also something that a saying about flower where you're like wild, young, wild, and free. Is it hot house flower? No, that's a book that I read by Rebecca Ritchie and Christy Ritchie. That the series is so good. I always keep forgetting to go back and read it, honestly, but I never finish it. I feel like I forget who the story's about, but it's basically a story about a girl who's a sex addict, okay, and she is also best friends with a guy who is a drug addict. He's addicted to something, and they're basically enabling each other until their families find out, and they have to go on this whole journey of healing and Really, he's like a party. He gets like shit-faced drunk and then come back home, and it's like very dangerous. He gets to fights, that kind of thing. They both come from like rich families, I believe, and they're just like living it up, and it's so freaking good. But hot house flower, I think is what they call it, a hot house flower, which is like the sister in the series that was, you know, young, wild, and free, carefree, doing whatever she wanted to do, living her best life kind of vibe. Then I also believe her story arc in that book was dating someone who was very much older than her, and him saying, you're too young for me, you're too young for me. But I guess essentially in the book they get together, but it's after years of tension, him running away from her, you know, essentially. So you're coming through as a hot house flower. You're coming through as someone who's weaving their life around them, you know. You're coming through as someone who is chasing and weaving your creative endeavors into being, you know. Like, if you've ever seen, wow, that's crazy. If you've ever seen, what is it? Oh man, what is that show? That's crazy. It's that show with Teresa Palmer. It's something about witches. Is it the Book of Witches? No. Wow, that's sabotage, bro. But essentially in that show, okay, she is a weaver. That is her special magic gift, which not a lot of people are born with in her generation. So essentially in the series, she has to go back in time and find people who were weavers to teach her how to weave, to then come back to the present and defeat so and so and so. So basically she has a rare gift that was like she's able to make things out of nothing. And basically in the show, I'm still trying to figure out the name of the show. I'm mad. Wow. It's something of witches. Wow. Anyway, she basically there's scenes in the show where she's weaving these, like she takes one glowing thread and another glowing thread and she's like putting it all together to create this big magical tree, and that's like a part of her training kind of vibe. So maybe you're in training, you're, you know, being cast, like judgment is kind of being cast, and you're seeing if you're ready to move to the next step. You're going through a test essentially, but you're doing great. You're passing the test essentially. It's not like you're failing it, you know. You're passing with flying colors, you know. You're playing a harp. You're all about peace, you know. So it's like you're incorporating peace, love, happiness. You're living your life, living young, wild, and free is basically the vibe that you're giving off. A bunch of different things that come together so beautifully. You're weaving a beautiful life for yourself. I'm hearing It's a Beautiful Life, and I think that is a song by the boy band group. What would they used to call themselves? I forget. And I was just listening to them the other day. But It's a Beautiful Life by them. And I'm also hearing I Think I Like This Little Life. So you're weaving a life for yourself that people are seeing you weave, and they see how well you're doing for yourself, essentially. It's like if you're a single mother, you're kicking ass doing that. You're doing an amazing job. You're playing a harp. Things are peaceful, regulated. Lavender, you could smell really good as well, which is what I was getting. But like I said, it's giving hot house flower. You're still living your life and doing good for yourself. Even if you're a mother, you're not letting it slow you down or stop you from, you know, achieving your goals, essentially. Yeah, you're taking your child to work with you, that kind of thing. You're always with your child is the vibe that I'm getting. Whether you're a mother, father, doesn't matter. You put a lot of time and energy into weaving the perfect life for your kids as well, which could be like the influence behind you wanting to create this beautiful life, okay? But it smells good. Everything is fresh because lavender, it smells really great, you know. It's perfect to have for healing. It's perfect to calm nerves. So you're coming through with someone who's cool, calm, collected. You're going through life, kicking, passing all the tests, that kind of thing. I'm just getting a lot of messages at once. Let me just get the card and look at it. You're a great mother. I'm hearing you're co-creating with the universe as well, because we have this angel up here playing a violin, then we have this angel up here blowing magical dust down on her, and then she's also playing an instrument as well. So it's like they're in a band, you know, and whether you see them playing in your band or not, spirit is there for you, so you're very spiritually protected kind of thing as well. It's also giving me like very flowy white dress. You're very someone who's like, you know, go with the flow, airy, light, a lot of sundresses, flower dresses, that kind of thing. You're not letting anything keep you trapped anymore, is what I'm giving. So just weaving a beautiful life for yourself, one full of peace, prosperity, hope, faith. This is also Mercury, so communication as well. I'm hearing you could be building a life for your kids that you never got for yourself. It's something that's coming through heavily for you guys as well. I do feel called to pull one more card from this deck though, so let's get it. Let me shuffle it properly first. That was a struggle shuffle, so we're gonna do it one last time. See, you could have been going through a struggle. And like, you know, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep trying. That was better. You're not giving up, you keep trying. That's that judgment energy coming through. Where you're kind of being tested a little bit, but like I said, you're passing the test with flying colors. You're acing it. So how else are they showing up in the collective right now? I'm hearing you're doing the dang thing. Okay. What card is this? We have, yeah, harmony. Exactly. Yep. some extra confirmation. That's the lavender, the peace, the calm, the harmony. You're weaving everything exactly how you want it to be. You know, you're definitely like I said, manifesting exactly what you want. People are just like, what? How are they doing that? You know, how are they living that kind of life? How are they not having this? You know what I mean? They're just wondering how you're doing it all, especially if you're a single mother or a single father. It's like, how is your life so well-rounded and balanced kind of vibe? How are you growing things out of your hand? You could have a bit of a green thumb and you're actually growing flowers. You could also own a flower shop, because I'm seeing Abby from The Good Witch, and she owns a flower shop. Very good intuition as well. Yarrow also gives me like it's balance. It's Libra energy here, so you're looking good while you're doing it as well. Like I said, that you could have like nice long flowing hair. Maybe you're growing your hair out and people are seeing you as someone who's really taking care of their mental health, their spiritual health, and just their overall, their financial health as well. Like you're ticking off all the boxes. And here we have the rain coming down here. So it's like yeah, because rain is like prosperity. It's fruitfulness. If it rains when you get married, excuse me, some of you could be getting married, or just the rain instance to that. It's like a old wives' tale. If it rains when you get married, your life is gonna be your wedding. Let me relax. Your marriage is going to be full of happiness, abundance, prosperity, because basically you're watering everything in your life that needs to be watered. You're taking care of all the plants. You're making sure you're eating right. You're making sure you're working out right. You're making sure your kids are happy. You're making sure your money is good. You know, that kind of thing. That's how you're coming through right now. And look at how you're stretched real thin. Look at the neck. Look at the neck. Why the neck is going so long, child? It's like you're overseeing everything. People, like I said, are like, how is she doing that? How is he doing that? You know? Like, yeah, but you're watering your life, you're watering your plants, you're watering your money, you're watering your foundation, your water beds, that kind of thing. Weaving and watering. WW. Some of you could like Patrick here, because I'm hearing is mayonnaise an instrument. And then I'm also hearing the episode where he stole, one of them stole I'm not saying Shark Boy and Lava Girl, not no Shark Boy and Lava Girl, where they stole, what is the name? Is Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy? Is it Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy? It doesn't matter. They stole Mermaid Man's belt, or it was Barnacle Boy's belt, and they freaking shrunk the whole town of Bikini Bottom, okay? And they're just like trying to figure out how to unshrink everybody, and Patrick was like, you know, maybe Wumbo will work, you know what I mean? Something like that. So just trying to figure things out, and like, you know, maybe you weren't doing a good job before, but now you're, you know, doing a great job. It just took some, I'm hearing tuning, that sound where it's just like, it just needs a little shaping, you know what I mean? You're shaping your life, and you're shaping your life, and now I'm getting the example of, you know how people share their plants to make sure that, but it's that one plant where it's supposed to be like a nice round circle, and people just get their shares and like, you know, make sure it's nice and round, their hedges, they're shaping things. That's the vibe that you're giving me. You're shaping your life, you're weaving your life, you're doing everything that needs to be done to get to the outcome that you want, and you're doing an amazing job, okay? I'm hearing you're doing amazing, sweetie. So now what I'm going to do is get some cards from this deck, and we're gonna keep going. How are you showing up in the collective right now? How are my group 3s showing up in the collective right now? I'm hearing you're a phenomenon. You may have felt called to group 2, which I think I said already, but if I didn't, now I'm saying it, because I'm hearing the song that was coming through for them. It's a feminine phenomenon, like, you know, by Chaperone. Great song. It's like you're a phenomenon now. It's like people are wondering how you're doing this, how you're doing that, how you're doing so well, that kind of thing, you know? Like I said, here we have coffee, which came through in group 1, so you may have felt called to group 1 as well. You're just someone watching all 3 groups, which, hey, hi, how are you? And then here we have the last straw. I love how we have coffee and the last straw. Y'all saw them come out together. Y'all saw them come out together. You're on your last straw. Interesting. And then we have the coffee. So maybe you're someone who is maybe trying to deconstruct. You're trying to make coffee maybe not so big in your life. Maybe you're trying to drink less coffee, or you're drinking more coffee because you're on your last straw. Take what resonates for you. stretch. I do feel called to read the book for these as well, but with the coffee and the last straw, the coffee is giving you're drinking a lot of coffee just to make sure you get everything done in the day, and people are not, that's what people are not seeing it, how close you are to being on your last straw. They're just seeing all the good that's happening and how your life is so good, and people could be jealous and, you know, trying to work against you, that kind of thing. You're just like, you're jealous of me when I'm barely holding it together. Like, I'm doing all these things and on my last straw, and you're sitting here worried about me. Like, why don't you worry about you? How about that? So the coffee is number 4. This card is bringing your attention to the alchemy and seemingly routine rituals, the sorcery and the everyday, the magic and the mundane. So like a lot of magic is coming through for you guys. Like I said, you're doing what needs to be done. Working hard, making that good money, living your best life, that kind of thing. Your message: what are you overlooking and taking for granted? How can you pause and sip the coffee? Are you rushing through your day because you are in a hurry, or because you are avoiding things that need attention and are easier to push aside? So yeah, you're on your last straw, you're pushing things away, but you're putting up a good front is what I'm hearing as well. With Harmony and Weaver, you could have, I don't know, I'm getting like a little mixed match, like a half and half vibe. Some of you could have be coming from this last straw energy, and you're now in this Weaver and Harmony, and people are looking at you in awe, seeing how things went from bad to just amazing. Others of you are on your last straw right now, and that's how people are viewing you, as you're avoiding something, you're not talking about something, you're hiding something essentially from yourself more than anything else. There's something that's obviously wrong, and you're just going about your day doing your regular old routines, and instead of confronting that thing, you're ignoring it. Okay, now we're gonna go to the last straw and see what that has to say. Straw is number 10. Now it says, when it's the last straw, quite literally, the straw that broke the camel's back, drawing the short straw. So your message: it's time to face the music. When you pull this card, you are ready for the truth, ready to roll up your sleeves and dig in, ready to face your own personal Monday. Yeah, we don't really like, I mean, some people like Mondays, some people don't like Mondays, but I do feel like Monday has like a negative connotation to it now, because it's the end of the weekend, it's the end of the fun, it's the end of the slacking, it's the end of the rest, the break, all of that. Okay, and we're all back to work, and we're all back to school and all that kind of stuff. But with this whole, it's time to face the music, and it's funny how they're like, here, you're avoiding something, and then we have the last straw. It's like, yeah, you are avoiding something, even though your life may seem like it's going well. There's something just beneath the surface that you are not bringing or trying to call attention to, and this spread is like, people can tell. It's like giving unhinged, like you try to play like your life is so good, but something is unhinged, you know, or about to be unhinged. That judgment moment is coming, which is what I was getting with the Weaver. Like, you're weaving your life and thinking that you're doing great, but, you know, Spirit is like, I feel like there's like a little bit more you can be doing, you know, something you're not holding yourself accountable to or accountable for is also a vibe that's coming through. But yeah, get ready to face your own personal Monday. Maybe you feel like every day of your life is Monday. It's a Monday, and that's how people are viewing you. Trying to find that balance and harmony. Trying to weave that perfect life for you. You're working hard, but it may not be working in your favor, because there's something that you're avoiding, you're not doing, all that. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards from this deck, move over, and see what else we can get about how you're showing up in the collective right now. How are people viewing my group 3, please? How are people viewing my brewing? Is that what I just said? Brewing or brewing? How are people viewing my group 3s? What is that? You're brewing something, you're cooking up something. Yes, you have something that you're working on that people just can't tell. You're weaving something in the dark. The way we don't sit there and I've never seen a spider make a web, but they're always there. You don't see somebody working on something. People don't see you working on something, but you just come out of the blue and you have this new product, and you have this new thing. So people are seeing it was like a little secretive now. You're keeping things, you know, to your close to your chest, close to your vest, you know? You're brewing something. So what else is coming through? How are people seeing my group 3s right now, please. Group 3. Ooh, okay. We have Mercury, communication. Maybe you're having communication troubles, and if you're not, then people want to talk to you about something. Yeah, it's giving people want to know what you're doing. They want to come at, slide in your DMs, or they want to, have a consultation with you and just ask you, what are you doing? Like, you look great, things are going good. You know what I mean? What's the secret sauce? And then we have Scorpio, the powerhouse. Yeah, that's literally what I was saying. You're just doing all the things you need to do, and it's like coming off, it's like nothing can go wrong in your life. Everything is going perfect. And I love how we have Mercury coming through here and Mercury coming through here again. And then here, this is Venus as well. So maybe love is important. Your love life is going well. But the powerhouse you're coming through is someone who's magnetic right now, intense. Like I said, you see, when people think of Scorpios, they think of someone who's always hiding stuff. People who don't let people really close or into their life. So I did get the vibe of you hiding things or keeping things close to your chest, and people wanting to be nosy and figure out what you're doing. That's absolutely what's coming through here. Scorpios are very secretive. So you're hiding a secret, and that's how people are viewing you right now. You're hiding what you're doing or what's working for you. So it's kind of like, how someone is making all this money, and you're not telling people how you're making all this money, and everybody wants to just ask you, like, hey, how are you making all this money? How you weaving all these things? How you have all these creative endeavors? It's kind of like giving a person who's on TikTok, on Instagram, a content creator, like, how are you making your money? What are you doing? How are you getting these brand deals? How are you doing that? How are you always traveling here, there, and there? Like, people want to know what you're doing, but it's like you're not telling them, and that's like, oh, they want to know even more now. Interesting. Yeah, people are seeing you as hiding something, so you may or may not be hiding something. Okay, take it with a grain of salt, because how people are viewing you is not exactly who you are. So just keep that in mind. As people are seeing you as secretive, you may not be trying to be secretive, you may be not hiding anything at all, but that's how they're seeing you. Okay, so Mercury, we have words, thoughts, analysis, information. Yeah, there's information that you have that people want to know. That's essentially what's coming through. We have learning. You could be learning something. You could be creating a course on the low, because you keep getting questions of, how do you do this? How do you do that? And instead of you giving away the information for free, you're making a course about it, Oh, you want to know how I make my money? Here you go, but you got to pay for it, to give me more money, kind of thing. So we have trade. See, you have a trade. You're doing something. Yeah. A trade is someone who has special skills that not everybody has, but it can be learned. Literally what I'm saying here, there's a trade, a special skill you have that it's not just unique to you, or it could be, but it's something that can be taught, Yeah, this is interesting reading. This is very different from group 1 and group 2, which I love, but it's kind of catching me off guard. So we have ideas. Yeah, you're cooking, you are literally in your kitchen mixing a bunch of ideas, wondering, what am I gonna wow them with next? Which one of these little tools in my tool basket am I gonna bring out and use on them? Like my magic trick. Okay, so we have smarts, reporting, awareness, vision, lens, palette, perception, curiosity. And I love how perception is coming through. Like, people are perceiving you I feel like some people are perceiving you as you are, because they could be the people who know you best, and the people who don't really know you are just seeing you as someone who's, sneaky, Bruh, why did I just hear you're you're a brown noser with a hidden agenda? If y'all seen the Lizzie McGuire movie, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's that one teacher, I forgot what her name is, but she's like a real, like, she's a ball buster. And I think she says is it Gordo? She's like, I don't like you because you're a brown noser, which is a people pleaser with a hidden agenda. You're someone who's like, coming off as, oh, I'm innocent, I'm not really doing anything, but you're also actually really doing something, That's funny. I forgot the lady's name, but she was one of the most funniest characters in that movie, y'all. Yeah. A brown nose with a hidden agenda. Just busy bee at work, because we have bees coming through. You're at work doing what you need to do, and people are just like, how is she making all her money? How is she always coming out with the best things? How does she always have the newest phone? And you're just like, you want to know that bad? I'll make a course for you, Anyway, but we have curiosity, narrative, muse, and wonder. Muse, you're yeah, I was gonna say influencing people. So you could literally be an influencer, and people are being influenced by you. Or you could be an influencer, whether you actually make money off of it or not. In your regular, everyday life, people are looking to you to what to do next, for what to do next. And then we have wonder. So people are looking at you in like a sense of wonder, like how is she doing all that? How is he doing all that? How are they doing this? How are they traveling here, there, and everywhere? You know, how are they making their money? How are they a single parent and their kid seems well-rounded? That kind of thing is coming through for you guys. And then we also have the powerhouse, the Scorpio. So we have transformative, intense, that is that judgment energy coming through. We have passionate, we have secretive, we have carnal, not carnal. We have thorough, and that's what I was literally saying with the hothouse flower. Like, you're just here, then everywhere, sowing your waddles, having a good time. You could be someone who's like, you know, I'm indulging in those carnal wants. You're not really looking for a relationship because people are seeing you as harmony, which is love. They're seeing you as Venusian, but they could be seeing you as there's something just beneath the surface you're not showing people. So people are seeing you as someone, like I said, who's holding on to something that they're not showing the full version of themselves, you know. So it's giving someone who could come off as innocent, young, cutesy, but on the low, there's someone who's, you know, like real naughty and real promiscuous and running around doing all these kind of things but nobody would know. So like people are like, you're a brown noser, innocent, you know, but you have a hidden agenda. That's funny. Interesting. Not funny, but funny, interesting. Not funny, haha. Funny, interesting, you know. Here we have thorough, so you're very thorough. We have obsessive, we have intimate, primal, and lusty. That is the energy, that Venusian energy coming through. People are curious, they want to talk to you, and I feel like they want to talk to you like romantically, like when people say, oh, my friend wants to talk to you, kind of thing, you know. People want to talk to you. We have deep, eternal, resourceful. You're coming through with someone who's resourceful right now. We have eternal. We have mysterious, yeah. We have regenerative. So it's like you, no matter how much you is taken away from you, you always get it back. And that's like giving very much Plutonian energy, transformation, underworld, a lot of deaths and rebirths, okay? So that you may have felt called a group 2 for real, because they got rebirth. Now we have compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. What? See, yeah. People are seeing you as hiding something, guys. Like wearing makeup. You know, maybe people could think you're hiding a pregnancy, you're hiding a baby, because she's having the baby on her back. And when people are pregnant, they like wear makeup or they wear like baggy clothes so people can't tell that they're pregnant. Is that what y'all doing, hiding a pregnancy? And look at how we have snakes here. Like, you're scary, but people are still drawn to you though. That's crazy. Like, but why? What's going on? What else is in this card here? We have red, we have flowers. Look, we have someone like who just like looks different, dresses different. People are wondering, how do you make it work? You know, you can wear whatever you want and talk however you want and walk how you want, but you know, if someone else were to do the same thing, it wouldn't work for them. It's like, you can wear that lip gloss, but I can't wear it because it doesn't work for me, you know. So you're going through an intense awakening, intense transformation, and I do feel like that whole you finding that balance in your life is you coming from that judgment call and that judgment phase and now restabilizing your life, you know. Okay, what else is coming through for you guys? I think that's enough. That's the bottom of the deck. We have Libra. Yeah, that came through in the Yarrow harmony. We have the idealist, harmonious, cooperative, balanced, socially aware. So it's giving content creator, like I said. Look at how she's looking all, you know, famous. I'm hearing one day we'll all be famous. You'll be knowing what my name is. That's famous by Ivy Adara, I think her name is. So you could be like working on trying to be famous, working on building your brand, working on building your career, your status, that kind of thing. And people are wondering how you're getting so many views and how you're getting so many likes and interactions. It's like, well, I have what you don't, because there's something about Scorpios, they have something that other people don't. So I have the secret sauce that you just don't. I can't explain to you how I'm doing this, because even if I were to tell you how to do it, it's not going to work for you, you know, kind of thing. This is also giving like a ring light, so it's giving content creation for real. You're starting now, and you're finally, like, you know, getting into the thick of things with that. You're finally gaining traction is what I'm hearing. Now, socially aware, social media is coming through, and that's Mercury, social media. Yeah, see, that's another thing. Social media, people are looking at you from social media and having a lot of opinions, so it's giving you have a lot of followers, or people look to you a lot, you know what I mean? TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, doesn't really matter. Facebook even. We have aesthetic, yeah, looking good, wearing things that other people would want to wear in their wildest dreams. So it's gonna be like a perfect body, and people are wondering how. but you just had a baby and you're already back to looking amazing. How? It's coming through as well. And I do feel like it's because you're minding your business. I'm hearing, I gonna drink water and mind my business. So you're drinking water and minding your business, and people are all in your business while you're minding your business, y'all. Ridiculous. Artistic, you're people-pleasing, fair, idealistic, aesthetic, choosy, aspirational, yeah. Geometric, graceful, considerate, obliging, indecisive, judgmental. And it's funny how judgment was coming through. And we have flattering. So yeah, whatever you do and however you work things always come out in your favor. Things always come out very balanced and harmonious for you. But if someone were to do the same thing, it wouldn't work out for you. Kind of like, stop comparing me to you. I'm not you, you're not me. See what works for you. Like, I can tell you what I'm doing, but like I said, first of all, you would have to pay for it, and then it may not work for you, you know? So yeah, very fashionable, very cute, fashion forward as well. Cooperative, you don't like drama. But that doesn't mean you're not gonna, you know, say what needs to be said and do what needs to be done if you have to, but you don't like drama. But yeah, people are seeing you in like a very flattering light, guys. Group 3. They're seeing you in a very flattering light. And I feel like I've been talking just, but not really getting anywhere. I'm like, have I even said much for you guys? Am I perfectly, you know, portraying how people are seeing you or not? People, yeah, can be on their last straw because you're doing so well and they're mad. Because look at how we have this, like, this butterfly here, transformation. And this hand, the way it's like, I don't know how this is even, her hand is like this, and then this is down, then we have, like, what is she doing? This is the hand that she's making. So it's like, you know, maybe runes or energy, or it's giving me, like, you know, the things that they would do in, like, Naruto, where it's just like, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, like, you're working your magic, your chi, your energy, and making it work for you kind of vibe. You know, the coffee. Like I said, you could be drinking a lot of coffee as well to kind of keep yourself going because you're tired. So we're going to keep going for how are people seeing my group 3s, please. Are we still on? Yes, we are. How are people seeing my group 3s, please? For how are people seeing my group 3s? We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there's something here about maybe you maturing. Finally finding your balance. People like are like, they saw you before like a wild child, and now they're seeing you as someone who's finally growing up, you know? You're no longer, I'm telling y'all, look up a hothouse flower. I'm telling you, it's somebody like that. Living young, wild, and free, no consequences, you know, going on trips whenever they want. Nothing is holding them down. Now people are seeing you as someone who's more settled and more mature. So maybe before you were the hothouse flower, and now you're the mother. Now you're, you know, you have your life together, that kind of thing. You know, that kind of vibe is coming through for you guys. How are people seeing my group? And then I'll take these, my group 3s. And then we're also going to get into what are you attracting with this energy, okay? It's giving haters, but we have triumph, we have success with the 4 of Wands. People are seeing you as successful. Jesus, why can't I talk? I'm beautiful and independent, so successful. I'm so successful. That song by Ariana Grande is coming through. I'm so successful. I'm beautiful and da-da-da-da-da, I'm so successful. I'm so successful. That song's coming through, and then I'm hearing, I just want to be successful. So people are seeing your success. There's like an undercurrent of them wondering how you became so successful. So like, so just keep out for that. People want to be in your business, and it's not cute. You're coming through as a powerhouse, and nothing can go wrong. Like, you break down every barrier you come up against, you know? And they're like, how? We have 9 of Wands in reverse because you don't give up. Or maybe you move on from things that are no longer serving you, is what I'm hearing. So if you see something that's not working out for you, in order for you to get to where you want to go, I'm hearing you reassess the situation and change course if need be. 10 of Swords. Ooh, okay. I don't think I need to be all up under here, though. Just move up more, honestly, because we've seen enough of those cards. For now. Ooh, flower. And those move up some more, so we have space for that. 10 of Swords, last straw. We move all these over. How about that? Because we still have a few more cards that fell out. So just make space for everybody. Okay. 10 of Swords in reverse, yeah. Someone who, like I said, went from bad to worse to worse and worse, and you kind of dug yourself out from that pit, okay? So people are wondering, how did you make it out? alive, essentially, from all the stuff you've been through. How are you still fighting? How are you still kicking? How are you still so strong? How are you still so powerful? You know, like in Naruto, like I'll be forgetting a lot because I be watching a lot of shows, but Naruto, like, basically he was very powerful because he had the spirit of the nine-tailed fox inside of him. So people are just seeing a very goofy, people are seeing unserious, that house flower energy from Naruto, not realizing just how powerful he was. And I feel like he did find his power the more he went along on the show and met friends and people who were supporting him, kind of thing. But he never gave up his goofiness. He never gave up his not immaturity, but he never gave up his fun-loving personality to become powerful, you know. So it's like you came from rock bottom and kind of turned life on its head. Now you're doing great, you know. And people are like, how did you do that? You know, they little guessing behinds. We have Six of Cups. You're coming off as someone who, I'm hearing, is eclectic, who has a lot of hobbies, a lot of different hobbies. Here we have a beach, we have a garbage can, we have a plant, we have collecting fireflies, which I don't like that. Okay, let them go. We have juice, and then we have, what is that supposed to be, a tooth? So yeah, it's giving, you're going through life, like you're going through, people are probably seeing a new version of you now that you have kids. You're becoming a more playful, joyful, jubilant version of yourself, because these are all giving what kids do. They collect fireflies, they drink soda, they drink pop, you know, they go to the beach and build sand castles, they have boo-boos and they fix it. It's giving childhood, you know what I mean? They put their tooth for the tooth fairy and they get money back. It's like people are seeing you as like a mother, or before they saw you as someone who's like very just maybe immature, not settled down. It's like seeing someone who's like so dynamic and successful, like Beyonce in her mother era, you know? Like, oh my gosh, you're all successful, now you're a mother too. Or that's a wrong example, because she was never doing things that were like too crazy. It's like seeing someone, like I said, was always running around like a baby kid, bad, you know, always in trouble. Now you're seeing them as a, you know, fully functioning member of society. Like, how? You know, you've completely changed. What did you do? What's your secret? Or someone who's like 50 something still looking young, and you're kind of like, what's your secret? How do you still look young? Like, what do you do? How do you work out? What do you wear? What serums do you use, kind of thing, you know? Or someone who has like really white teeth. What do you put on your teeth, you know? Or someone who's never had a cavity in their life. How, you know? Tell us the secret. But Six of Cups, like, you're looking very youthful, looking very happy, looking very, I'm hearing replete. Now we also have, the King of Cups, and what is this in reverse as well? We have the Four of Cups. You're coming off as very bored, like, yeah, hard to read. Secretive, that energy just keeps coming through. You're coming off as someone who's hard to read. People don't know what to expect next, what to expect from you, what you're gonna say, what you're doing next, you know, your next step. You don't know, you're holding a lot of things like really close to your chest, and it could be like if you are an influencer and you have like a brand, not a brand, you have like a collab coming out with a brand and you can't say anything and you're just so excited and you keep hinting to people like, I have this new thing dropping, like, you know, just stick around, it's gonna be dropping soon. I was like, what are you talking about? What are you dropping? Let us know, you know, that kind of thing. Let go of the tea. People know that you're gonna come out on the other side brand new, and they just can't wait to see, or you already have. Like I said, there's two different energies here. And then the last card we have here is the King of Cups, either in reverse or not in reverse. So I do that you are coming off as someone who's more mature. I've never gotten the King of Cups from this deck. I don't remember getting him. Like, this is like someone getting up, putting on their shoes, working, taking off their crown. This is like giving me a very much a Mr. Rogers personality type. So you, like I said, you were someone who's like, you know, immature, who their life was going down the drain. You weren't really doing anything special with your life, and now all of a sudden you're this mentor, you're this influencer, and people are looking to you for certain things, and people are wondering like, how do I do that? But nobody's ever going to be you, so there's no surefire way that they're ever going to be able to do what you do. King of Cups is the nurturer. You're taking care of people. I don't know, like I was watching a reading the other day, and the reader was like, oh, the King of Cups can be like emotionally manipulative, and it did kind of want to come out in reverse, so people could be seeing you as like, you know, you're telling them, oh, I'm going to tell you guys, or tomorrow, I'm going to tell you guys sooner or later, like, you know what I mean, I'm going to let you guys know, don't worry, I'm going to tell you my secret, and then you just never do. So people just like, you lie. The way you lie, it makes me sick. Where are my What I Like About You fans? You know, y'all remember that part of in the show where he's like, oh, Holly Tyler, you're such a liar. The way you lie, it makes me sick. The way you lie, I want to puke, you know what I mean? I can't. That show was like, wow, that was a deep dark memory. I forgot I used to watch that show, but it just came through. So maybe some of you like that show as well. But like, you know, you used to be a liar, you used to be a cheat, and you just kind of like got your life together. People are like, how did you go from a lying, stinking, dirty cheater to someone who's successful, has their own kids, your father or mother of the year kind of thing, you know? Your life is very more peaceful and at ease than it used to be kind of vibe. How? Tell me. Like I said, you're looking younger than you did before. You're coming off as someone who's disinterested. Just living your life for you and maybe your kid, just living your life for you. Yes, people want to be with you physically or in a relationship with you, but you're kind of off the market right now. You're not, you know, accepting offers, which came through in group 2, I think. King of Cups. A specific person could be coming through that, and they're out of sorts about you. They're just sitting there thinking like they're like, I'm getting they're coming home from work and they're wanting you to be there, or they're just thinking about you and they're doing like the most mundane of things is what I'm getting. And look at how it's raining outside, so it could be like you were raining on somebody's parade, or they're sad they're not with you kind of energy. We have the water signs here, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, so that could be who this person is. But it's very much giving a Mr. Rogers sort. Like, how did you go from someone who was always doing bad to now doing good and leading other people and being a good example? You were never a good example, you know? That's what's coming. The people want to reach out and ask you, what did you do? Now, I'm getting a specific message for some of you. This King of Cups could be on their last straw when it comes to maybe a separation you're in with them. They're on their last straw. They're like, I want to be with you, but I can't be with you. And they're on their, you know, reaching their breaking point is what I'm hearing. Every woman has a breaking point, yow. And whether it's a man or a woman, masculine or feminine, there's somebody reaching their last straw, their boiling point when it comes to wanting to be with you. And it could be somebody from your past. The Six of Cups is like a past energy, a nostalgia kind of energy. Someone who, yeah, someone is thinking about you. But you're coming off as disinterested right now or unbothered. And they want to offer you this, but it's kind of like they know that maybe things are murky for you right now, maybe things aren't the best right now, so they're kind of reneging. So you're coming off as secretive, they don't know what's going on in your life, so they're scared to reach out and say anything. If that doesn't resonate, that's not for you. So sorry. Just gotta whiff some stinky air. Somebody's smoking. Yeah, you completely like turned your life around is what I'm getting. Now what I'm going to do is pull some cards. Come here. For what are you attracting with this energy you're in? Oh crap, I almost got it, but I didn't. Not. You gotta be quicker than that, is what I heard. So maybe you did get snatched up by somebody and have kids and a family with someone, and people are like, I gotta be quicker than that. Okay, if you heard my breathing all over the microphone, mind your business. I was bending over trying to get these cards, child. Okay, we're gonna shuffle this again. What are you attracting with this energy? The energy you're currently in, what are you attracting? You already have success coming through here, celebration, equilibrium. Your life going pretty well, having some stability. So what are you attracting with this energy? Move. You're trying to fall. Healing. People trying to get over you. That's what I'm hearing as well. What are my group 3s attracting with this energy? Light salon. Okay. What are my group 3s attracting with this energy they're currently in? So 2 of Swords. Wow. See, why are we going backwards a little bit? Maybe people are... We have the 3 of Wands. So we have 2 3s coming through. What are you attracting? Something new. So I'm hearing you're finally going to be able to get over if you are going through a heartbreak, and that's what this 10 of Swords is going through, is pointing at. This 10 of Swords is 9 of Wands. You finally moving on from something, or maybe you breaking up with the father of your child or the mother of your child, and people are seeing you kind of come out from that dark night of the soul. People are seeing you where you were just like, could barely get out of bed, you weren't doing very well, you may have been on like a tirade, going on tirades on social media, and people are like, oh, now you seem like more settled, more happy, you know, more at peace. How did it happen? More calming, more soothed, you know, that kind of thing. Healed, essentially. So you could be healing from or finally moving on from a breakup and making the decision to move on, with the 3 of Wands coming out after the decision card. You're making the decision to leave this person behind and, you know, explore other horizons that are going to make you happy. So what are they attracting with this energy? I feel so bad I did this for group 1. Why am I bugging? Three of Wands. Yeah, maybe going on adventures, going on a hot air balloon, traveling as well. You've made the decision to do something. Because another decision card is Two of Wands. So you made a decision to embark on a new journey. Now you're going on that journey. This is a more mental pursuit. You were getting over something mentally, you know, and now that you're able to get over it mentally, now you can kind of move forward physically in your life. Now that you've gotten rid of that mental blockage. Now, what are you attracting with this energy? We have the Queen of Wands. So yeah, now you're more confident in yourself. Now you believe in yourself, and that's what you're coming off as in the beginning of the reading with the whole Weaver. You decide your destiny. People may have been seeing you going through a breakup and you're not fully healed and moving on for that person. And they're like, how? Like, you went away for like a month or two and came back a different person, essentially. You know? Someone who's definitely more in control of their life, more in control of their success, more in control of their passions. Like I said, maybe it's giving also people who are looking at you on social media. The last time they saw you, your channel wasn't doing that well, and now they're back and you kind of like sprouted into the stratosphere. Now you're popular. And people are like, how? When I last saw her, she wasn't doing that well. But it's like you stepped into that power of believing in yourself. Okay? And it says 9 Lives Ballroom. And I love how I was talking about the 9-tailed fox, and that keeps coming through in Naruto. So maybe you're a Naruto fan as well. Dancing, singing, and performing is something that's coming through heavily. Maybe you're deciding to take your business on the road. Maybe you're deciding to move somewhere. I'm hearing Nashville. That's where a lot of singer-songwriters go to live or move because they know that's songwriting capital, I believe, or something like that. You're moving to LA. You're taking your show on a tour. And people were so used to seeing you in that one spot. Now that you're going on a tour, they're like, oh my gosh. Like, how? How are you touring? I'm hearing I used to sleep on couches, not a boy really touring from Drake. Ah! I can't. I used to sleep on couches, not a boy's really touring. Yeah, it's like you're overcoming tragedy, you're overcoming strife. That Three of Swords doesn't always have to be heartbreak. It's like you're overcoming harmony, strife, bringing back balance into your life. Two of Swords, making better decisions for yourself. Now you can make decisions. Now you can make decisions with your eyes closed, not you stressing over it and looking left and right and not knowing what to do. Now you know what to do. You're more assured and astute than ever to get what you want, and that is traveling, and that is, you know, that is achieving your dreams, overcoming obstacles, you know, overcoming fears as well, to become someone that's very confident in yourself. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have Six of Wands in reverse. What else can you tell me about what my group 3s are attracting with their energy? Queen of Swords in reverse. Why the queens keep coming out in reverse? Maybe people are not perceiving you as you are. You know? That could be coming through as well. The Queen of Swords is very unapologetically herself. She's not hiding or holding anything back. But with the Queen of Wands, people are not seeing who you really are. They're not seeing what your full potential, or they're not seeing you as you are. They're putting a character on you. They're putting a something on you. You know what I mean? Like they're seeing you as someone who's mean when you're not really mean. They're you know, projecting. Thank you, Spirit. Y'all be coming through for me. They're projecting something onto you. The discovery of witches. Thank you. I'm like, y'all come through for me. It didn't tell me the name of that show though. I had to sit with it for a second and stop talking. The discovery of witches. That is a show that I was talking about at the beginning, where she was weaving these magical glowing webs together to create the perfect tree kind of vibe. And I guess once the tree was made, that was when the first chakra, I guess, was, you know, like, so like she was basically aligning her chakras in the show. Like, she started with the root chakra, which was the tree. And then as soon as she was finished with that level, she would go to the next level to become the master, you know, manifestor, master weaver that she was supposed to do. So it's like you're going through an initiation right now, and people are seeing that initiation, honestly. But the discovery of witches, y'all be coming through for me. I got y'all. I heard you, Spirit. I heard you. I'm like, but y'all didn't help me with that show though. And they said, stop playing. It's The Discovery of Witches. Yeah, with Teresa Palmer. It's a really good show, so I recommend you watch it. It's a little raunchy, so it's not for kids, but I'm guessing if you're watching my channel, you're not a child, and the Scorpio energy is giving very much, you may like that kind of show. It was good. I want to go watch it again now, honestly. Such a good show. It's like the grown up version of Twilight, a little bit, not the same customs, because there was no witches or anything, but there is vampires in the show as well. It's such a good show, and they were based off books, so you can read the books as well, but it's really good. Yeah, sorry, got distracted there. But yeah, and of course, if you're watching tarot readings, you're into witchy content, into witchy stuff like that, so go watch the show and then come back and tell me how you liked it. But yeah, Queen of Swords, like, people are not seeing you as you are. That perception is coming through. How you actually are and what you're actually doing is not, people don't know the half of it. They don't know what you're really going through. You're just putting up this front, and there's like a you behind the mask, and then there's a mask that they're seeing, so they know they're not seeing all of you, but you're not allowing them to see the full picture. Is what I'm getting for you. Okay, so we have this Queen of Swords. You're being a little secretive. I'm hearing you're throwing stones to hide your hands, which is that part of the bad song of Michael Jackson where, like, you're throwing stones, you don't want people to see what you're actually doing, so you're throwing off, or you're giving off misconceptions, or you're like throwing off fireworks to distract them with the fireworks, while you're also doing something in the background. It's giving me, it's giving me Rihanna. How this girl was supposed to come out with an album years ago, and instead of giving us a blasted album, she's giving us Fenty Beauty, she's giving us Fenty Hair, she's giving us Savage X Fenty, she's giving us all these things instead of giving us what we actually wanted. She's throwing stones to hide her hands, because it could be she's never going to come with an album, and she's like, or putting her, shut up. That pissed me off. Shut up. Like, Robin, Rihanna, Fenty, where's the album, sis? Like, you had us waiting for too long now. So it's like, you're throwing stones to hide your hands. What you really are, and where the trajectory you're really on is not what people are actually seeing. It could be better or worse. It depends on who's watching. But the Queen of Wands, and it didn't want to come out in reverse, but I do feel like I, turned it over for a reason. And the Queen of Swords. People are not seeing you for who you truly are. There's like a disconnect. That's what I'm getting. Throwing stones to hide your hands. And then we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, which is definitely someone who is very knowledgeable. So like behind the scenes, you're learning things, and you're growing, and you're evolving, and people may still be seeing you as that immature person you may have been, or you used to be. Okay. It's like the perception is a little skewed. They could also be wondering, have you really changed? Are you really that different? You know what I mean? But just take it out, why not? Hierophant is Taurus energy, so that you're that stability, that luxury, that kind of vibe. You're working hard, and people may not see how hard you work, but they're just seeing how good you're doing. Like, oh, you barely did anything to deserve that money. And how would you know? How would you know? Are you in my life? Are you in my shoes? Do you know what I'm actually doing? So people think you're living a good life when they don't know how much time and energy goes behind it, And the candle just went out. That is my cue that it's time for me to go. And we're at 52, so okay, everybody had a good long reading. I don't know why the time, or how the time goes by so fast, but it just does. So yeah, I think that's all that I have for you guys, though. You're learning, you're maturing, you're improving, you're becoming someone other people can look up to. And for those of you that want you to be the villain so bad, it may be hard for them to reconcile those two things. People who have grudges against you, and they're mad that, they used to know you like this, and they are going to forever hold that version of you in their mind. Their perception is going to forever be skewed, and unless they kind of talk to or get to know who you are now, it's going to stay that way. And that's definitely not a you problem. I'm just saying that to give you more, it's definitely a them problem. But that's all that I have for you guys. I hope this really resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can always get in contact with me through my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.